All right, testing audio, testing audio, making sure people can hear us because
Hi, can you guys hear me?
my audio is always messed up. So let me guys
Yeah, you
know.
should get better at that.
Dude, audio is literally the worst part of all streaming, dude. Everybody, every time they try to stream, if anything goes wrong, it's going to be audio.
My issue is my computer is just showing its age. I mean, yours too, probably, to be honest.
Yeah, mine is like I said, all of my problems also come from freaking USB devices just disappearing because my USB controller, whatever it is not working very well. So, all right, you
Yeah,
ready
I need
for
all
this?
new equipment. I need a camera. I'd like to get a mixer at some point so I can use very high quality mics, not just like this stuff.
Oh yeah,
Which this is fine.
yeah,
It doesn't sound terrible,
sounds good to
but
me.
I'd like to sound amazing, you know?
You always sound amazing. You know that?
Oh.
Every time you talk, I get a little wet. You know, it's just one of those things.
A little wet where, Jay?
Buddha.
I want to get that checked out, man.
I 100% need a new PC. My PC is so messed up at this point, so I need to try to hit up like some sort of sponsor or something like that to see if someone will actually sponsor me with a computer or something, but we'll see. Anyways, let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Let's start the show.
Ah, there we go. Welcome, everybody. How is it going? Oh, your camera is a little high right now. Can you tilt your camera up a little bit, Brandon? Put a little more headroom up. Yeah, there you go. Cool.
The problem with my camera is it's hard. I'll explain it some other time. But yeah, it can be hard to adjust.
Okay, fair enough. No worries.
There we go. Also, my chair is gonna sink for sure, like it always does.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries then. Then we will match heights soon enough. Actually, here.
Yeah.
I will join you in solidarity, and as you sink, I will try to adjust my camera alongside with it. Okay, so there you go.
Oh man, let's hope the chair gods are on my side.
Oh man,
Piece of shit IKEA chair.
God, people are already talking about fast food in here, dude. Like,
I mean, like, listen. If you want easy impressions on Twitter, which is not why I did this, by the way, but if you want easy impressions, just take the Justin Wong route. Make a tier list that you know people are going to argue about.
right?
Justin's like, man, I need to be a professional influencer. This is going to be my job. I'm going to stream all the time, make YouTube videos. How do I get sponsors? Tier list. He did this for like, what, 2 months straight?
Dude, you
I'm
get
100% sure his impressions were just through the fucking roof.
exactly. You get the impressions, you get the interactions, and that's what does it right there. So,
My boy K-Loud was like, why'd you make that for impressions? I was like, dude, I have like under 3,000 Twitter followers. I don't give a shit about impressions on Twitter. No sponsors are coming at me like, hey, that guy gets a lot of... Like, no, it's not. I just wanted to talk about... Mainly the reason I did it, I saw someone else do it, and they had In-N-Out and, like, B tier, and I was like, no, that's all wrong.
of course,
In-N-Out is West Coast propaganda.
no, it's good. It's good stuff.
All right, James, why is In-N-Out good? We're just going to go straight into this, apparently. Why is In-N-Out good?
The reason why it's good is because, one, it's an awesome price. It's open like all the time. It's like perfect. I just need to get some food, and you just go there and hang out there. Plus another thing too is, for me, the burgers taste very unique. There's a unique flavor to them that I don't get out of a lot of other burgers. I don't know if it's their cheese or something, but like, when I eat their burgers, it has a unique flavor to it. Not only that, but they're a good company too. Yeah, I know they have some right-wing donation stuff, but they take care of their employees really well. They have good quality food. Their French fries are actually made out of potato, like straight up made out of potato. You know, I mean, when that book Fast Food Nation came out, and it basically went through all the fast food companies just to check to see which companies were doing what. Every fast food company got basically like F tier, like, oh, they're dirty, they're trash, they don't do anything, except In-N-Out. It was the only franchise that book actually praised and said that they were doing a good job, they were clean, their workers get paid
Do you
well.
know why that book said that, James? Because that writer is from Southern California, and this is right-wing, or not right-wing, West Coast propaganda. Also right-wing propaganda, because,
West
In-N-Out
Coast
donations.
propaganda.
But this is West Coast propaganda. Now listen, I'm from the Midwest. I grew up in Chicago. From Chicago, I went to Vegas. Lived in Vegas for 2 years. That was the first time I had In-N-Out. This is right before my FGC days, leading into where I led into the FGC. So I wasn't influenced by any of you SoCal propagandists, trying to yell at us about KBBQ and In-N-Out all the time. Then I moved back to the Midwest and was reintroduced to what actual beef is, and it was fantastic. So you mentioned In-N-Out fries. You mentioned their fries, and yeah, sure, they are made of real potatoes. Sure, you see them cut them up right there. But somehow, some way, I've gone to In-N-Out at least 20 times. I've eaten it plenty. And it's always because someone else wants to go, not because I want to go, and I'm not going to argue about food. I'm not that person. Fuck it. You guys want to go to In-N-Out? Let's go. I'm down. Anyways, every time I've had In-N-Out fries, they are both overcooked and undercooked at the same time. It is incredible how they pull it off. They're crispy and hot on the outside, but the inside of them are undercooked. I don't know how they do it.
They're undercooked, or they're cooked just right.
No!
They taste like potatoes, dude.
But that's not necessarily a good thing for a French fry.
Look,
French fries are supposed to be double fried.
I'll tell you one thing.
In-N-Out does not double fry their fries.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I do get my fries at In-N-Out well done. I always ask them to do it well done. So I don't know if that makes a big difference or not, but for me, that's how I prefer them in any case. So they're super crispy that way, which is I really, really prefer.
Yeah, that's well done means they're done like every other French fry in America. That means they're double fried. They fry them once to get the outside done. They fry them twice to do the inside. If you have their standard fries, they're undercooked. So they'll be really crispy on the outside, but the inside is not finished.
Yeah, but I mean,
and that's part of the problem with making your own French fries, with not having them shipped in frozen. Because when those fries are shipped in frozen to McDonald's or Wendy's or anywhere else, they're fried twice. They're fried before they freeze them, and they fry them again when they're frozen.
You're talking about how frozen stuff shipped is better than literally just taking the potato and dunking it in there.
Yes, because that's not how you make French fries. Like the original French fry, they cooked it, and they were like, this would be better if we fried it again. And they fried it again, and that's how you even said you get your French fries at In-N-Out. You get them well done. You get them double fried.
Yeah, well, you have the option if you want, but before we move on, people are saying that our audio is desynced.
Oh, I'm not even watching the stream, so I couldn't tell you. I only have the chat open.
Usually when that happens, that means I need to restart my XSplit. So are you cool if we just... I'll kill it, come back, and then we'll just keep going. Okay. Hang on a second.
That's fine.
Be right back.
Almost probably 4 now.
Okay.
And the video card I bought a year and a half, 2 years ago, but it was an older model, so... That's technically probably 4 years old, too.
Okay, yeah, because my entire computer is 8 years old, dude, so, I mean...
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't try to stream games. If you're streaming like talk show stuff, my computer would be fine.
Right, and I use
but
capture
when I try
cards.
to stream games and at the same time, it's just a lot.
Yeah, I also use capture cards, which offloads a lot of the video capture, right, so... Yeah,
I can stream any console game. Any console game, no problem. But I play Rocket Arena on PC.
Dude, when I was trying to stream Street Fighter V on the PC, when I was trying to do all the testing and using the Ultimore patch, and then my machine basically exploded and Hanzo had to send me a new video card just so I could do it.
Yep.
Okay, everybody says that. Looks like we're good. We're good now.
Cool.
So cool.
So anyways, yeah, all French fries are double fried. It doesn't matter if you have them fresh. It doesn't matter if you have them frozen. At some point, they're supposed to be fried twice, which is exactly what you said.
Right. So
the default, I'm talking about default In-N-Out. I'm talking about default In-N-Out is garbage because their fries aren't even fully cooked.
Because it's funny because I know a bunch of people who love their fries exactly as they are. Like David is one of them. My brother swears by In-N-Out fries more than any other fries. I don't know.
David also has questionable food choices, all right? David avoids... I mean, it's fine to avoid beef, but also, if we're going to talk about fast food, David avoids beef. So, he can't really be part of this discussion. If you don't mess with beef, you probably don't mess with fast food.
Oh, man. Look, like I said, dude, it's one of those situations where you'll have In-N-Out a lot of the times when you're in California at the right time of the day, at the right situation, and it's just exactly what you fucking need at that time. Not only that, but you all go there. Like, I'll buy a 3x3 In-N-Out burger, right? Which is just 3 beef patties, 3 cheeses on there, and then 1 drink. And it's fucking $6, dude. Like, $6 got me that shit. I went to fucking Five Guys.
I'm not arguing with the price.
Yeah, I went to
I think
Five
the price
Guys,
is fantastic.
and I went for a double burger with a drink, and that shit was like $11, dude. Like,
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck just even happened here, dude? Like,
you see, there's a level of quality there that you're paying for. That if Five Guys, honestly, to me, is questionable fast food. Like, Five Guys might be a tier above fast food because you don't get your food instantly. It takes a little while to get it. They cook everything fresh. Like, it might be quick food? I don't know how you would describe it. Like, I mean, you know, they it's just different. It's a bit different. People lump it in with fast food, so it gets put on tier lists, but Five Guys might be a little different because their quality is higher and you do pay more.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? One, by the way, like, I swear to God, East Coast had to create it just so they could also have their own propaganda shit. Because not only did they do that, but the whole decor of Five Guys is all that red and white, you know, kind of diner-ish shit. And that's straight up stolen from In-N-Out, okay? Like, that fucking got stolen from In-N-Out for sure. The other thing, too, is that, you know, like, when I eat a Five Guys burger, it just tastes like a burger. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a burger. I feel like I can get that anywhere. And I don't know, it's just, like I said, there's something about the In-N-Out burgers that are unique to me that when I eat them, they have a very distinct taste and a very distinct flavor that I can't get at other burger joints, which is why I like them, you know?
So, what you're tasting is nostalgia.
Could be.
That's what you grew up with. I'm going to tell you a story real quick.
Okay, well, here's this. Here's the true story. I never had In-N-Out until I was in college. College was the first time I had In-N-Out.
Well, but that was, you're 44.
Yeah, but still.
So, it's the first time you had it when you're 18. You can definitely be nostalgic. I can be nostalgic about shit I had when I was 18, man. I'm 32.
But it's not like I grew up with it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, everybody was hyping it up for me, too, because they opened one in Westwood at UCLA, and that was the first time that I had an In-N-Out burger. I grew up on Baker's, by the way. Nobody knows what Baker's is. Like, Baker's is the fucking truth in Inland Empire. Oh, God, that place is amazing. Their ground beef burritos, oh, God, it's so good. They had them out here. I would eat them, like, all the time, but I mean, honestly, I didn't have In-N-Out until, like, maybe the end of college or something like that.
I was already a man.
Yeah, I was already a man, so... Shake Shack's pretty good. But again, see, here's the thing. Like, to me, Shake Shack is good. Five Guys is good. All these places are good, but if you put them all in front of me and made me taste test them, there is no way I'd be able to tell you which one is from where. Whereas,
you're wild. I could definitely taste a Five Guys burger and be that's Five Guys.
So,
for sure.
If I did In-N-Out, like, I could point out an In-N-Out burger, like, in a heartbeat. You know, and that's the thing, is all these places are super expensive. You know, it's just, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like I said, Five Guys is, I mean, maybe they give you peanuts to make you think that you paid peanuts for their burger or something like that, but shit, that thing is expensive, dude.
Yeah, Five Guys is expensive. You're not wrong. But I'll pay the extra money for the quality.
And
I think the only thing that you can argue that In-N-Out has going for it is the cost.
Well, like I said,
When McDonald's exists and Wendy's exists, that's hard to... They're just as cheap.
yeah, but they're not well, Wendy's isn't bad. McDonald's isn't as good. McDonald's, I go for
No,
different
McDonald's
things.
sucks, but yeah.
McDonald's,
yeah, I mean,
go...
on my tier list, they were like just above Arby's and
Right.
In-N-Out, so...
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I can't justify paying that much for a burger and fries. Like, burger and fries and drink to me is supposed to be cheap food. You know what I mean? And then when I'm spending $15 for a burger, I mean, I might as well go to Fat Burger. You guys don't have Fat Burger, or like you know what, like something else. Like Five Guys just. Yeah, I mean, Five Guys probably shouldn't be lumped in there. It should be lumped in with the Fat Burger tier, with the Farmer Boys, with all these other stuff, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's
just,
definitely different.
yeah, and it's like I said, it's like the people that actually try to say it's better than In-N-Out just boggle my mind, because, like I said, it's like I go there and I could go to a wonderful Italian restaurant and get a fucking dish of spaghetti and meatballs for just as much. And I'll be far more satisfied with that, because I love spaghetti and meatballs. So
I have trouble. This is way off topic, but I have trouble wanting to go to a lot of Italian restaurants because I view pasta and sauce as something I could do at home for super cheap and very well.
Yeah. No,
like I don't think I'm going to notice a difference if I eat spaghetti meatballs out and if I use my recipe.
I'm a pasta fiend. I like my version, and I like every other version that's out there too. I definitely can go either way, but that's because the one that I make at home, I make in a really kind of messed up way, but that's just because of my mom, and so that one is definitely nostalgia and grew up on that. So.
Is it you making sketty and just dumping ketchup?
No, actually, my mom was scared when me and my brother were young that we would think it was too sour, the tomato sauce. So she just dumped a bunch of sugar into the sauce, right? So we basically, the way that I make spaghetti myself is it's very sweet. You put a lot of sugar in there. What's interesting, what I found out, though, is that apparently that's how Filipinos cook spaghetti. And if you've ever... what is that restaurant? The one that Filthy Rich works for now. Shoot.
Jollibee?
Jollibee. Yeah, if you get the pasta at Jollibee, their spaghetti is sweeter. And then they said that an old Filipina friend that I had, she said if you go to McDonald's in the Philippines, they serve spaghetti there and it's sweeter. So apparently I've made my spaghetti Filipino style this whole entire time. So
there you go.
Man.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I think In-N-Out for part of the reason I hate on it so much is because of how much people from California hype it up. Yeah. When I went there the first time, I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is gonna be so good," and then I was just so incredibly let down.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was gonna be the greatest burger I ever put in my mouth.
Yeah.
The way people talk about it.
And that's the worst part about it too. A lot of it, like I said, comes down to it's being there right when you needed it, and then there's those times where you eat it and it's just like the greatest thing in the world for this really cheap price, and it's open late, and you know it's nicely lit and all this stuff like that. So you know it's just. It's like I said, it's a really, really good burger for the price. It's like the best burger for that fast food price. You know what I mean? And the problem is, if with everybody trying to hype it up, all this stuff like that. I mean, look, I went to fucking Whataburger and that was garbage. Okay, I know there's probably some people in this chat that are like, oh my god, Whataburger's amazing. Like, I ate that shit and it was like I was eating cardboard. I mean, seriously, like there was.
Yeah, I'm not a Whataburger fan. They're overpriced.
There was, it's overpriced, and the burger had no taste and no flavor.
Steak and Shake, overpriced. Shake Shack, overpriced.
Yeah. Now,
all those places.
Granted, when I went to the Whataburger, it was pretty late, and it was about to close. So maybe the patties that they had were old and just sitting there or something. But Whataburger, I will never understand. Like, that one to me is questionable at best. So
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's in and out tier for me because nobody hypes it up.
right.
Like, I don't hear people talking about it, so it's whatever.
Really? I hear a
If
lot
I
of
go
people.
there, it's like people from Texas, but I don't talk to anybody from Texas.
Damn. I see how it
Very
is.
few
Okay.
people.
Fair enough.
I know a lot of people out in SoCal. I know a lot of people out in NorCal, so it's
Right.
just different. I hear it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I even don't try to hype it up to everyone. I'll fucking defend it. But I don't sit there and try to tell everybody, yo, God, it's going to be the... But, I mean, there's plenty of people that I know that have come from East Coast and tried it and said it's, like, amazing. You know, I know people who have not grown up with it and have fallen in love with it, so...
Yeah, I don't know, man. For the value, it's fine. But if it costs as much as most burger places cost, I think it will go out the window. I think In-N-Out would fail miserably, even in California. And they know that. So if beef prices raise, they're fucked. Like, they're done.
I mean... Like, they are the same price as most other places, right?
No, they're way cheaper. In-N-Out is way cheaper.
Than like McDonald's and shit like that? Right? McDonald's and
If you eat off the McDonald's value menu, it's about the same.
Yeah, I mean, because that's...
But
the
if you
thing
get like
is,
a quarter pounder with cheese, you know, and fries and a drink meal, it's going to cost more than In-N-Out for sure.
Right. But the thing is, like... Well, I mean, that obviously depends on what you get, because like I said, I like to get 3x3s and shit like that, so...
Yeah.
But...
I would say a normal In-N-Out burger is like the double, the 2x2, right?
Yeah, that's the normal.
That's like the normal burger. That's what I'm thinking of. Like the standard, like you walk into McDonald's, like the standard is like quarter pounder or Big Mac, right?
Right.
Go to Burger King, it's like Whopper or whatever the fuck else they have going on at the time. In-N-Out, it's double fries. Like that's standard shit. So that's what I'm thinking of when I say the cost, the value.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I like it. I think it tastes better than most of the other burgers out there. My problem is there's just not one that's particularly close to me. Otherwise, I would try to go there more often. So it takes me a little bit longer.
I mean,
to get
that's probably for the best.
Right, so I can eat my Wiener Schnitzels and McDonald's and Carl's Jr. all day, right? So
I mean, you don't have to eat those either, James. Eat your sugar spaghetti, goddammit.
yeah, that's what me and Olaf do. We just hit fast food places all the time. So
I mean, you know, that's probably most people, to be honest.
convenient and easy. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, pretty affordable.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that Minneapolis really doesn't have conveniently available everywhere. We don't have fast food.
That's weird.
Well, so the way Minneapolis is set up, most businesses, like in my area and just in general, don't have parking lots or drive-thrus. And if you have a drive-thru in Minneapolis, you have to pay an extra tax.
Huh.
So a lot of these fast food places don't want to fucking bother with it, and they just go out to the suburbs.
That's so weird. Okay.
Yeah.
They
yeah, a lot of
actually
fast food
tax-
just don't bother.
They tax drive-thrus?
Yeah, because it takes up more space. Like, to set up a drive-thru takes up more space than it would to set up a parking lot for most places.
Whew,
So,
okay.
like, there's a McDonald's. I don't want to say exactly where. I live in Minneapolis, and there's a McDonald's close by to me. It's like, I don't know. I don't have a car, so I can't get there easily. But it's probably like 3/4 of a mile one direction. Mm-hmm. That place is popping all the time because they do have a drive-thru and a parking lot. So they can justify having that shit and paying the extra space and tax for it because people are there all the time. But it's the only McDonald's around.
That's crazy.
But the positive side is there's tons and tons of like small family-owned restaurants that are incredibly good.
Yeah. Man.
Lots of sit-down places. That's another reason that makes me mad that so many people can't just stay the fuck at home during a pandemic because all the good restaurants in Minneapolis are fucking sit-down places. I mean, they converted to be takeout during these times.
Right.
But generally speaking, if you want to go get food in Minneapolis, you go to a real fucking restaurant, man. And yet Minneapolis stopped fucking going out, and everybody wears masks if they have to. And I see other places that are just, you know, like Florida in particular, just refusing, and it just makes me so mad.
Dude.
Because if Minneapolis can fucking do it, and we only get 3 months of nice weather, okay? Fuck you guys, Florida. You have all fucking year to go out and do this shit. We get 3 months, and we got to give them up. So, man, it makes me so mad that people can't just mask the fuck up and stay home.
Well, trust me, I feel the same way about California right now, dude. It's
Yep.
So
LA County in particular.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Like, I thought we would be better about this shit, but I guess not.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, isn't California also a hotspot for like libertarian type people?
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be a very leftist.
Well, no, not leftist, libertarian. Anti-government period.
Oh, yeah, that's more NorCal, I think.
Okay.
That's more Berkeley-ish, I think. Actually, there probably is enough of them here in Los Angeles, too. I just don't know any of them personally or anything like that.
Yeah, because I know a lot of libertarians you're imposing on my freedoms, you know, with the mask and all that shit. So
I just know that
that would make sense to me.
I know that the Orange County is very, very conservative, though. Orange County is very conservative.
It's also very affluent, correct?
Yeah.
Weird how those go hand in hand.
But
Either you're like, there's no middle, like I shouldn't say no, but very few middle class people are right wing.
Yes.
It's all very, very poor and very, very rich.
Well, a lot of the people that are right wing, I mean, conservative is exactly what it says. It doesn't want things to change. And if you're doing well and you're rich, why would you want things to change, right?
Yep.
It's like, I can't blame them. You know,
I'll blame them all day. I'll eat the rich. I'll destroy a billionaire. I don't care.
Right. I mean,
it is their fault.
Myself and like Jason Game Dev in the chat, we've joked about, you know, like Bezos being an asshole, and yet here we are on this Amazon cloud shit, you know, we're like trying to do all this shit.
Choice, man.
What's that?
You really don't have much of a choice for a lot of things. Like I was talking to a friend in one of my other group chats the other day, and they were like, "Oh, I don't use this product for this reason because they donated to Trump or blah, whatever fuck reason, right?" And I was like, "Listen, this company is connected to this company that's owned by this company that's owned by one of like 8 umbrella corporations that own everything in America. Like, it's so hard to avoid. Like, I understand not eating Chick-fil-A because they deliberately and openly are anti-gay, you know? Like, it's very, very easy. But, like, to say, I don't want to use this product because one time they accidentally tested on animals or something, like, it's really hard to always avoid bad. It's like in The Good Place when you think you're trying to do a good thing, but it's just the fatal effects of it all. You know, it just makes it all bad. Like, yeah,
I was gonna say the exact same thing. It's that Good Place
just
conversation
like
again.
Like it's so hard to when everything's owned by like 7 or 8 fucking umbrella corporations. What can you do, man?
I mean, look,
they're all the same.
You know what? Jeff Bezos making all that money, whatever, blah 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 blah. If he just paid his fair share of fucking taxes, like, you know, right? I mean, yeah, go ahead and make all that money as long as you're paying your fair share of taxes, but you're paying literally $0 in taxes, and it's like, wait, what? How does this make sense? It just
not only is Bezos himself not paying, fucking Amazon's not paying either. Google's not paying either. Like, these megacorps are being treated as individuals that are also rich, you know?
Yeah.
Like all the megacorps need to be taxed. Fucking all the billionaires need to be taxed appropriately.
And that's the part that bothers me. You know, like if they're going to make that money, tax them 60%, tax them 70%, they're still going to be fine. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's real stupid. I mean, hey, that's what Bernie was trying to get done. And, you know, I hope that with his campaign, even though he questionably didn't win, I hope that it shined enough light on how corrupt everything is.
Yeah.
So people at least know now.
Yeah.
Because before 2006, like I knew things were. Well, I should say before 2015, I knew things were corrupt, but I didn't really like look into it much until Bernie started going off.
Right.
And I was like, maybe this isn't right. You know, like maybe something isn't up. And then I started reading all this shit and learning how, like, you know, like the Umbrella Corps and how fucking the GOP feeds into it and blah blah blah. And yeah, it's wild, man.
It's basically the world wasn't ready for it just yet. I don't think the world was ready for the revolution just yet. So it's funny too because like
it's gonna happen if they're ready or not. Hopefully.
When I was really young, I feel like I've always been this kind of mindset since the beginning because even when I was going to college, when I first tasted In-N-Out, even when I was going to college, I knew school was kind of like a scam, I was just like, there's nothing about this that's testing anything. Like, what is this even teaching us? It's
nothing.
All just like garbage and stuff. And I was already feeling that way. I was already pretty progressive when I was in college. So, I mean,
yeah, it should be free.
Yeah, and not only that, but it should actually teach. I mean, even grade school. Like, I saw a tweet from a teacher that was like, she was like, I don't know if she was referring to her parents or her students' parents, but she said, my parents don't understand why I let my kids retake tests as many times as they want, and they're allowed to turn in their homework late, however long they want to take. and you read that and you're like, this makes total sense. Why penalize a kid for taking a test and getting it wrong when in real life we make mistakes and learn? You don't get, like you're supposed to be able to learn from these kind of things. So give them that opportunity. I've always thought homework was just homework was just basically to indoctrinate you into being in the workforce so that when you go home, you can't relax. You don't have your own time.
It is, yeah. And there's a lot of teachers who refuse to give homework now.
Yeah.
So that's nice. I also feel like maybe originally the purpose of it was to give parents a time to get home from work. Because school ends at 2, 3.
Yeah.
Maybe it gives the mom time to get situated, wait for the father to come home. Speaking of the 1930s, 1940s America.
The nuclear family.
Yeah. The 2.5 kids, white picket fence, and the dog and all that shit.
Right.
It was probably designed so the mom had time to get dinner ready and chill. Here, Timmy, do your homework and I'll prepare dinner for Dad. That type of shit. That's probably what it was there for, right? But we're not there anymore.
Yep.
We don't need that. It's kind of like summer vacations. We actually don't. I'm not complaining. Fucking deserve time off. I'm not complaining. But summer vacation was so kids could help with the farm and get that shit ready for the fall for when the corn needed to be shucked and shit. That was the whole point of summer vacation, so the kids could help out at home. It wasn't to give them time off.
And
we really don't need that anymore.
That whole concept too is also where I feel like a lot of, obesity in America does come from, because you're not supposed to eat that much damn food at dinner. Dinner is not supposed to be the big meal. Lunch is supposed to be the big meal, but because that's the only time when the whole family is at home, they changed it to that's when the mom cooks the big meal. And so dinner became when you eat the big fun. That's why these days I eat a big lunch and then I eat a tiny thing for dinner is how I usually go these days. So, school.
You gotta put that chat back where Isaiah used to be.
Oh yeah,
on the street.
I guess I should. Let me try to do that again.
Just a big old blank box.
Yeah.
A blank space in my heart that a bubonic plague left.
I'm sad. I'll talk to him. He seems like he's doing a little better now, so maybe I'll talk to him at one point and see if he wants to hop on back in and deal with trolls and shit, So that's really what it comes down to, man.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, school for me, the whole concept of school, I've always hated school. I've never understood school. I always felt like school is just like like I said, it's there to teach you how to be a cog in a machine. That's what school is there for.
I mean,
stand in line, color between the line. Like, they didn't teach creativity. They didn't teach it. Like, they had an art section, but was that really anything about, like, teaching kids anything? You know, and hey, let's tell everybody about how the, you know, Americans were super great to the Indians, and they, you know, that we, you know, they taught us how to grow corn, and we loved them back and everything like that. So
we're definitely fed a lot of propaganda as kids.
sorry, Artemis. Sure. Speaking to a teacher here.
For sure. But I don't think school is pointless by any means.
Yeah.
I did learn a lot of life skills. I wish there was more practical application taught in school. I wish they taught me how to open up a checking account. I wish they taught me how to balance a checkbook. I wish they taught me about bills and 401k and why it's important to save. Like, shit that I could use to further my life, you know, like advance as a citizen of this beautiful country, but they don't. I sure as fuck know what the mitochondria is, though, you know, like, you know how many times I've mattered in my everyday life? 0 fucking times.
So it's crazy that, you know, most of us still know what mitochondria is.
Yeah, dude.
It's like the one thing that we all remember because it's such a distinct word, and then midichlorians probably hammered it all into our head, dude. I mean, what I found out is that college is what everybody tells you high school is. Graduate school is what everybody tells you college is, right? High school, you figure out what you love, and college, you go learn. No, high school, you don't learn anything, and then you go into college and you figure out what it is that you love and want to do, and then in grad school, you do that, or you skip grad school and go to a job directly, so.
Yeah, the problem is high school doesn't cost a thing for most of us.
Yeah. And
college costs a lot of fucking... It's a very, very expensive experiment to figure out what you want to do with your life.
And that's the thing, too. I mean, a lot of the times I feel like teachers can't even do what they want to do. I bet you there's a lot of teachers out there that would love to do more, but they're not funded. They don't get any money to do that shit. They got to buy their own supplies, which means the government is trying to keep people as uneducated as possible, so...
Oftentimes, yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially the GOP.
Yep. Yeah,
it sucks, man.
My cat is awesome.
My cat is...
Yeah, where is he?
Asleep right there. I don't know if you guys can see him.
Is he in that bundle?
He's behind the couch cushion.
Oh, I see him now. Okay, yeah, he's yawning. Oh! Yawning cat. Yawning cat. I love yawning cat. Ugh. Miles.
Miles is my cat. That's Nathan, James's cat.
My audio was desynced earlier, but I thought I fixed it.
Maybe because you put the chat on stream.
Oh.
Maybe that wins it for some reason.
Maybe. Huh, that's weird.
Is James's chat, or is James just audio desynced, or is it me too?
Is it everybody's chat desynced?
Because if it's just James, that's a James weird problem. Okay. So
yeah,
it's probably when you moved the chat into OBS or XSplit or whatever.
Let's see if I get rid of it, see what happens here. Actually, let me get rid of a bunch of stuff over here. I've got a lot of crap in here that I don't need. Jesus, I have a lot of crap over here that I don't need. Where did Nathan go? There he is. Uh-oh, I just killed my capture window of you.
Oh.
Let me fix that real quick.
Get all this crap, bye, Tubbo. First thing on the crap list, TuboWare.
I was deleting a bunch of stuff that wasn't showing, and then I accidentally took you out. Okay, let's get you back in here real quick. Whoop, there we go. What the hell? Why is that not working?
Rocket League? I'm not playing Rocket League. I play Rocket Arena. That's going up.
There we go. Yeah.
I am what they say, fucking nice in Rocket Arena.
Are you super good at it?
I'm pretty strong. Yeah. I don't know if I'm super good, but I am. I'll say that when I play in when I played the Discord people, that me and Keats and a few others, the Discord that you're in now.
Right.
When I play with those guys, I almost always have the best stats. I almost always carry.
Good shit. Good shit.
Yeah. So in that Discord, I'd say I'm top 3 players. But
who else?
The world, I don't know. I would probably say I'm probably like top 10%. There's no leaderboard right now, so I can't.
Okay.
I can't honestly say how good I am or am not. But I don't struggle with most players.
Gotcha.
Whether it's ranked or socially, I do pretty well, and I'm good at shooting games naturally. Like I've been playing them way longer than any other game type. So
yeah, for me, like I said, I've barely ever played a shooter, so I'm pretty garbage at it. To be honest with you, I'm not very good. Did
you try Rocket Arena?
I did not. I didn't get a chance last weekend. I was either busy or just completely messed up in the brain because of, I think I texted you earlier and told you, like, I'm having this problem that I keep taking off my CPAP mask when I'm asleep or something, or right before I fall asleep. And when I do that, like, my sleep just becomes absolute worthlessness. Like, literally worthlessness. And it's this morning when I woke up, like, seriously, my brain was in like the biggest fog that I've been in a long time. And I can always check too, because what the CPAP does is it has a little tank where there's water in it and it heats it up so it evaporates, so you get proper moisture in there, so you don't dry mouth yourself during the whole entire thing.
Right.
And so if I open the tank and see that the amount of water in there has barely drained, that means I know I didn't have it on the entire time I was asleep.
Shay, the player base is good. It has full crossplay between Steam, Origin, Xbox One, and PS4. So long as you turn crossplay on, because for whatever reason it's not on by default, but as long as you turn crossplay on, I have no trouble finding matches ever.
This is weird.
And also in the Discord that we have going, it's mainly FGC people that me and Keats have yelled at to play the game. We have a couple of the devs on the dev team in there now too, and they hinted at some stuff that's coming for the game.
Really? So. You guys have the devs showing up, huh?
Yeah. So the dude that contacted me, I went into his stream and I was like, "Hey man, you probably don't know who I am, but I just want you to know that I love the game and blah blah blah." And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, we know who you and UltraDavid. You guys are commentators. And you guys keep talking about our game. We appreciate it. Blah blah blah." He's like, "You guys want to play? Just let me know." And I was like, "Yeah, we have a Discord." So him and one of the other devs joined the Discord.
That's so cool.
And they play with us sometimes.
Nice, good shit.
Yeah. We have like a nice little community in there now. People who just constantly want to play Rocket Arena.
That's awesome, dude. Good stuff.
Yeah,
I would try to get in on it with you guys.
Sports.
I would try to get in on it with you guys, but like I said, I can't play that. It's just gonna make me sick. So, I mean, I guess I could try. Just like I'm gonna have to try to play Fall Guys, right? So.
Well, the free weekend is over, so.
Yeah, I know, but like you said, even if I can't play, I can return it, right? So.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should try out Fall Guys before that. Are you on the team? Are you gonna play?
I guess so. Yeah, because I'm not gonna stream the thing that I wanted to do tomorrow. So I mean, Amazon is taking a long time to get back to my request for increased cores on their services and stuff like that. So I might have to wait till Sunday or Monday to do that stream, depending on how long they take. Because I've got something I've committed to on Saturday already. And I don't want to put people on the hook and then cancel the Soul Calibur thing at the last second, all of a sudden.
Right.
So I'd rather just cancel it now ahead of time. So,
Rachel, tell Andres to download it on PS4. It's free for PS Plus users right now.
Yeah. So I don't even know all I've seen about it is that I've seen people pick people up and throw them or something. And then.
Have you ever played Game Beasts?
I never did play that one either, no.
Have you seen it, though? You know what it kind of is?
I've seen videos of it, of people, like, running around and, like, gripping onto things so that they don't fall off trucks and shit like that. And...
It's, so, the thing about, oh, you don't have PS Plus, damn, that sucks. Well, the thing about, like, Gang Beasts, it's basically a fighting game where you throw people off the edge of a cliff, right? But the characters are not easy to control.
Right, yeah,
like, it's designed that way, like, where you have individual control of each arm, and it's just designed to feel clunky, but that's part of the fun.
Right, it's Octodad. It's Octodad, right?
What's up?
It's like versus Octodad.
I've never played Octodad, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
I have seen it. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Not Gang Beasts. Fall Guys, you have slightly better control of your character, but there's 59 other people racing to the end of the finish line. So have you ever seen like Wipeout or MXC or any show like that? It's that, but you're playing it.
Gotcha. So it's literally just everyone running. It's chaos, and there's
it's super chaotic.
It's
really goofy.
Like, you can't get good at the game to beat everybody else and stuff. Cause...
Like, you can improve, you can learn how things work, but there's a lot of randomness. Like, for example, one of the courses is a line of 5 doors, and only, like, 2 of them you can go through. And you have no idea, they all look identical. So the first guy to, like, run into a wall, basically, is going to get stuck, and everybody's going to go through the door that's open, and that guy gets left behind.
Right.
So there's a lot of random shit that happens to where... there's things you can get better at and you can learn, but some situations you just get fucked.
Yeah.
You just have to laugh at it. It's meant to be that type. It's a party game.
Right.
It's meant to be a fun game, not like I'm gonna be the best Fall Guys player in the world. Like, nobody gives a shit.
Okay. I mean, I've just, like, there was a clip of Sajam, like, getting knocked off something, and then, like, that was the most rage I've ever seen out of Sajam in my life. Like,
yeah, it can be frustrating.
So, like, party games are like that, right? Because, like, isn't Mario Party, like, the one that makes you and your friends no longer friends anymore kind of thing?
Yeah, but that's usually because of the way the star system works.
Yeah.
Like Mario Party is at the end of the game, it's like, here's 50 stars because we like you, and everybody's just like, fuck off.
Right. Oh,
yeah, Fall Guys is kind of similar to that. You get lucky, and you can win.
I mean, I saw a clip from Chris G that he got glitched and, like, launched all the way to the end practically. Like, people ran into something, he got knocked down and launched, like, way ahead of everybody else. And so he was just like, yes! And just, like, running around.
I'm the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. There's no skill. I mean, there's a little bit of skill, but there's a lot of luck involved. If fighting games are 98% skill and 2% luck, then Fall Guys is 2% skill and 98%.
Right.
Have you seen the marbles game that Justin Wong uses to, like, do giveaways and stuff?
Yeah.
That's what Fall Guys is, but you play as a marble.
Right. Okay.
That's the best way I can describe it.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. And there's a little bit of control, like you can pick people up, I guess. And
you can grab people, and there's certain game types like where you're on a team and you have to pick up an egg and carry it to your basket. And then when all the eggs are in everybody's basket, you go into the other team's basket and try to steal their eggs. So you can grab them and prevent them from stealing your eggs and shit like that. And there's a soccer game where there's 2 soccer balls and everybody's trying to push the ball into the other person's goal. Things like that, where there can be teamwork and skill involved. And there's a lot of platforming. But yeah, you can completely ruin someone's day by just grabbing them and not letting them go anywhere and bumping into them on purpose and shit like that.
Because I saw a match too where I think Vicious and Ringe were on the same team, and Vicious accidentally threw Ringe off the map, and Ringe was like, "What the heck are you doing?"
Jeremy did that on purpose.
Vicious was like, "I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that. Oh my god, I don't know how that happened."
He did it. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah.
Jeremy's a young player, all right? He did that shit on purpose.
Dude, so I said to Ringe, I was like, "Dude, why do you think he names himself Vicious, man?" He's not a nice guy here. But
yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun game. We'll have fun tomorrow.
That, and then I guess I gotta try, like I said, Rocket Arena as well.
Yeah.
So, Has Tetris 99 become really hard? I finally got a few days ago and was hyped to get some wins. Yeah, I'm level 42, never won. Most likely, there's a lot of different factors in there. One is that there's been a lot of people playing it, so they're just really good at the game. 2, you probably did overestimate your skill. 3, you don't know the strategy of the game, the meta of the game, which there is a way to play the game by setting your targets to the people who attack you, and you stack your blocks all the way to the top of the screen so that you're about to die, so that everybody else who doesn't know how to play sets themselves to go after people who are about to be KO'd. And so you're just sitting there surviving at the top of the screen, but you start doing combos and doing skimming off the top, because if 10 people are targeting you and trying to kill you, you get a huge bonus the more people attacking you by switching to attack people who are attacking you, so that single lines actually send a bunch of blocks. So you let all these people try to attack you, and then all of a sudden you do single line, and stay at the top of the screen, and then you have the potential to kill like 5 people at once, and you have to kill people. If you do not kill people and just try to survive, you will never win, because you need to build badges, and badges doubles, multiplies the number of lines you send at people. And so every time you kill one person, you get a badge. You kill 2 people, you get another badge. You kill 4 people, another 4 people, then you get another badge. You kill another 8 people, you get 4 badges, and 4 is the max. Then you start sending 200%, and then if you kill somebody, you also take all their badges as well. And so there's this whole strategy of it trying to do all these crazy things like that. So
yeah, I don't know shit about Tetris. But speaking of, why are you afraid to play Joey 9000, Mika Joe, and Tetris Attack, James?
You're talking about, Joey, the Mika player from Midwest, right? Yeah. Mojo.
Yeah, Mojo, yeah.
I'm not afraid to play him in Tetris Attack.
In Tetris.
It's just that if he says, hey, I'm great at Tetris Attack, that doesn't mean anything to me. Because Tetris Attack is an inferior game to Tetris, right? So it's just, like, what does it matter at that point? It's a completely
I mean, that's like somebody saying, oh, I'm great at Street Fighter 5, and I say I'm great at Street Fighter, and they're like, oh, I have this friend who says he's good at Street Fighter, go play this guy in 5, and then I go, no, 5 is inferior to Street Fighter 4. He can come to play my game.
I mean, sure, no way. Except the games are at least the same concept. Like, literally Tetris and Tetris Attack, a.k.a. Panel de Pon, it was a completely different puzzle game that has nothing to do with Tetris, that they rebranded as Tetris Attack just to attach the Tetris name to it, to try to get more sales. But literally the games have nothing to do with each other. They're not even both drop pieces down from the top of the screen games. Like, they are literally completely different. Like, Puzzle Fighter and Tetris have more in common than Tetris and Panel de Pon. Like, Panel de Pon is a completely different genre of puzzle game.
All right.
Absolutely. So,
you know, as a not Tetris player, I see Tetris in the title. I'm thinking, oh, it's Tetris. Cool.
Dude, I will show you a picture of Panel de Pon.
I believe you that it's completely different. I'm just saying, for me, when Joey's like, yo, I'm nice at Tetris, that's all I see. I don't see the attack part. I just see I'm nice at Tetris. I'm like, no. Play James Chen then.
Yeah. Because if he wanted to play me... If he wanted to play me in Tetris, I would body him. I mean, you can ask Rachel, right? Andres challenged me to Tetris on the DS one time. He challenged me because he was like, I'm nice at Tetris. So what we did was we waited till Tekken during the top 8 of EVO that weekend, because we didn't care at the time. That was when Tekken was boring to watch, which isn't the case at all anymore. And then me and Andres played Tetris DS, and Andres just like couldn't even touch me, and he was like, "All right, I'm sorry. I'm like, I thought I was good." Jabali thought he was good, blew him up. You remember Nina from a long time ago, who used to be in the FGC? She thought she was good. I blew her up. Marn was like, "I'm super nice at Tetris." I blew him up. Like, nobody has come close to me on Tetris DS so far. Nowadays, it's a different story because a lot of people are so much better at the T-spin stuff, the triple T-spin and the double T-spin stuff, and I've never gotten good at that properly, so a lot of people can beat me now because I've just never studied that as much on Tetris. I've always been like a very straightforward, just I'm fast kind of player, you know, and I'm really good at cleaning up and stuff like that, but so nowadays, there's a lot of people out there who are just like ridiculous at the game, and I can't even touch them. So,
what about Puzzle Fighter?
I'm not very good at Puzzle Fighter, although there is an FAQ out there that says that I am amazing at Puzzle Fighter. So I was playing at the UCLA arcade at one point in time. It was when they were remodeling the arcade too, so they moved all the cabinets to another location, but that's not related to the story. And some guy came in to play Puzzle Fighter because he was writing an FAQ for it, and I played against him. I didn't know what I was doing, and I accidentally triggered like some 10-hit combo or something like that, and he was like, "You're amazing at this game!" And then he put it in the FAQ, and everyone's like, "I hear you're amazing at Puzzle Fighter," and I was like, dude, like, I'm not good at this game at all. I mean, one of my arcade coworkers at UCLA and his girlfriend, who they met at the UCLA arcade, were both amazing at Puzzle Fighter. They have very, very different Puzzle Fighter styles, and they challenged me to 2 versus 1 Puzzle Fighter, where one used the joystick and the other used the buttons. And they were not allowed to communicate. They were not allowed to talk to each other. And the entire time they're playing, and they, like I said, they play wildly different. And every time she would move the piece to a place, he would look at her and be like, what are you doing? Like, why would you? They destroyed me.
They still beat you.
They still beat me, yeah. It's weird. I don't know. Like, I'm not... Dude, DT Cannon, yeah, I mean, but like... People are just good at setting it up in the middle of nowhere. That's the hard part. And if I just practice it enough, yeah, I would be able to get to it. You just have to recognize how it looks and memorize all the ways to like, if you want to set up DT Cannon from the start, like, I can set up a back-to-back triple T-spin at the very start of the game. I can do that. But one... In modern Tetris, there's no reason to, except in Tetris 99, it doesn't work. But if you're playing 1v1, you're better off doing 4-wide, which did take me a while to get good at, but I'm good at 4-wide now. But doing things at the start, yeah, for sure. But once you get into the middle of the game, like you watch someone like Deathsy or any of these other guys are playing, and they're just setting up fucking T-spin doubles and T-spin triples and T-spins like everywhere. And I'm just like... Oh man, I've never learned this, you know. It's not like it's intimidating where I'm like, whoa, how do they do that? It's more like, oh, I totally didn't recognize that. Oh, like there was a point where I did just sit there and just try to do T-spins all day, but I don't have the setup for it because there's just certain canyon shapes that as soon as they see, they already know what the pieces are to create the T-spin double, whereas I have to kind of look at it and be like, I think I can do it if I do this, you know, kind of thing. So, oh, Tetris is ridiculous now. Tetris, the weird part about it is, like, every time I play Tetris, if I play NES Tetris, if I play Tetris the Grandmaster, if I play Puyo Puyo Tetris version of Tetris, or if I play, Tetris Effect or Marathon Mode, or if I play Tetris 99, I play 5 different games. Like, all 5 of them use completely different strategies. Like, I'm not even using the same strategy for every one of those games. I have to use a completely different strategy. Like, because you're fighting 99 people, 4-wide doesn't work in Tetris 99, but 1v1, 4-wide destroys everybody. In NES Tetris, you can't do 90% of the shit that you can do in modern Tetris games. And in Tetris the Grandmaster has its own rotation system, and Tetris Effect when I'm doing the marathon mode, it's not even about, you have to do this whole weird ST stacking shit. It's like crazy.
Who owns Tetris now?
What's that?
Like what company owns Tetris?
The Tetris company.
That's it. It's just the Tetris company.
Yeah, that's the one that Hank Rogers' daughter Maya Rogers is in charge, is the CEO now. So
okay.
Yeah.
So they basically just give their name out to other developers to make new Tetris games.
There was rules too, like every Tetris game nowadays, all the pieces have to be certain colors. You have to use the standard Tetris rotation system, etc., etc. Tetris Effect was really unique that they managed to convince them to let them actually use alternate color schemes and stuff like that. But that's part of the ambiance. Although you can shut that off and make it so that everything is the standard color. So it's crazy. Yeah, Tetris is a puzzle game.
Blockfall?
Yeah. So the nice thing about Tetris too is that, I mean, it falls in line with how I think about fighting games too, which is interesting. Like Tetris, Puyo Puyo Tetris, Puyo Puyo literally for me requires too much thought compared to Tetris. You know, and it feels like the same thing of like, oh, in Street Fighter V, I have to go study frame data. Whereas like in Samurai Showdown, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hit C right now and you're going to dash into it and you're going to die because I just felt like it was the right time to do that. Tetris and Puyo Puyo have that same kind of dichotomy to it. So.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting Tinder messages.
What? Really?
I am
smiling.
back on Tinder.
And the smile must mean it's a good sign, huh?
Well, I was just laughing because of the thing this person just asked me, but I was smiling before that because it was interesting to me how the chat started asking you about Tetris, and I said nothing for like a good 7 minutes, and you were just in love with fucking Tetris. I was giggling. I was laying there, just sitting there giggling.
Sorry.
Because you can nerd out so... No, it's great. I really enjoy watching people go off about shit that they're passionate about. Like, I love that. Like, fucking, when I'm, like, meeting people, dating, speaking of, when I'm, like, meeting people, and, you know, like, oh, I mean, I don't know how many first dates you've been on lately, but a lot of the times... Thanks. It's, you know, a lot of, I like to do these things, and this is what I'm passionate about, blah, blah, blah. And people feel bad if they go on too much, you know, they talk too much.
Right.
And I just sit there and take that shit in, because I fucking really just, doesn't even matter if it's, like, stamp collecting, or, you know, interesting bugs, or whatever. Like, whatever. Like, if you're passionate about something, it shows.
Yes.
And that's when you can really learn something about someone. So, no, yeah, don't feel bad. I was just enjoying... how fucking nerdy you are over some Tetris, man. You love that shit. I
mean, I told you the story about that one girl that I went on a date with, and when I asked her what her hobby was, she literally had no hobbies.
Yeah, that's the worst. I've been on those too, man.
And
that's
was,
the worst.
I couldn't do it. Like, I just couldn't do it. I need someone with the passion and stuff. Hiro-kun asks, how would you explain full Tetris game strategy? Depends on the mode. That's the thing. Depends on which version you're playing and stuff. They're all super different. But in the end, they're all about probability and managing the top layer of the stack and setting up pieces in a way that you have a higher probability of getting the piece that you need to create a cleaner stack. Because you can create stacks with these big hills and valleys with staircases and all these things like that. And all of that is bad. Like, you want it to be as flat as possible and as many two-wide holes as possible. Like, if you actually have, like, single staircase all the way down, that's a bad thing. If you have a giant column going up, that's a bad thing.
I just thought of the most inappropriate joke when you just said the words you said, and I'm not going to say it on stream. But if you want to know after we get done, I'll tell you what I was thinking. That was awful. I'm actually mad at myself that popped in my head right now. But it was real bad.
Yeah, see, that's the worst, right? Parents mocking passions and stuff like that. And that comes from the generation above us and beyond. are of that generation where you have to give up your life passions when you get older. You know, that's how you were taught. Like, that's kind of going back to the school thing, you know. You were taught to give up your passions. But what this current generation we've discovered is that, no, we don't fucking have to give up any of that shit. You know, I'm like, people are fucking 50 years old, 45 years old, and they're going to BotCon just so they can, like, geek out on Transformers and meet Vince DiCola, who, like, his most famous thing now is the Transformers the movie soundtrack. You know, he even is surprised by that. He's like, I've written all these songs. I, like, did the soundtrack to Rocky. Like, I did all these things. But the one thing that I am most remembered for and most beloved for is the Transformers the movie soundtrack. You know? Because it's so good. God. Man, what a great soundtrack. Speaking of geeking out, yeah, I can definitely geek out about Transformers as well.
I mean, wcome on. Why, who doesn't? Especially that Michael Bay. Boy, did he nail it. He really nailed the essence
for
and
watching
heart of...
Generation Spacing. We're gonna... God damn it. Well, okay, let's give you a chance to geek out on something that you're good at and I'm terrible. So you're back on Tinder now, huh?
I wouldn't say I'm good, man. I'm single, so I can't be that good at it, right? Yeah, I did give back. I created a new account. Wasn't my choice. My buddy Mike Webb he was in a relationship forever, like 7 years, I think. And that ended a few months ago.
Oh no!
Maybe about 6 months ago or so.
Oh, that sucks.
And then he moved to New York. That wasn't related. He was going to move regardless. He has an internship. But he's a pretty good looking guy. He plays fighting games and he's super successful. He's going to make a lot of money at some point in his life. So I was like, hey man, you have nothing to lose. Let me give you all the tips about Tinder. And he was staying in South Dakota. So sometimes he would make the 4-hour drive to come out and visit. Okay. And obviously, when his girl broke up with him, you know, or they broke up, I shouldn't say with him, it was mutual. When they broke up, you know, he came out and told me, and I was like, oh, shit, that sucks. Let me tell you everything about online dating. So I gave him all the tips, and I mean, he was actually on a date today, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he was like, no. He's like, listen, I got back on this shit. He's like, I got on this shit. You need to get back on it with me. He's like, if for nothing else, right? Just in support. Buddy system. Yeah. So I made a new account like 2 or 3 days ago at most. I don't even think it's been that long. Okay. But I think I have a date on Sunday.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, she's super cute. Hold on, I can show you guys.
Don't do that, dude. It's okay.
I'm showing them. I'll block out the name. It's fine. Actually, you know what? I might want to date her in the future. I'll show you guys if it turns.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She's super attractive, and she's a cosplayer.
Well, there you go. There you go.
And I don't normally date nerds.
But see, I'm telling you, like, you always talk about whatever, all this stuff, and, you know, about dating and whatever. You're like, oh, hey, James, I'm big and heavy and whatever and stuff. Dude, like, you're not Asian. You've got the beard and the mustache, and you're cute, right? I mean, that's all that matters. So,
I don't think I'm cute.
You're lovable. You're huggable, right?
Yeah, but that's only because you know me. Online dating is like window shopping, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's why Asians are all doomed on it, right? Because Hollywood has fucked us over so badly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's not the greatest situation for you guys, that's for sure. Yeah. But yeah, so the thing that I was laughing at, I will actually read that out loud. So this girl that I matched with, not the one I have a date with, yet at least. She asked me she asked me if I was a gamer, and I was like, yeah, I play lots of games, but I mostly play fighting games and I do commentary work and blah blah blah. And then she's like, you doing a gamer tourneys? Like, exclamation point, question mark? And I explained some shit. and I used words like concurrent viewers and
Did you,
things
wait,
like that.
wait. Did you show her some shit too as well?
No. That'll probably never happen.
Okay.
Not unless she has the sense of humor of Ultra David, which that'll be a whole different set of problems.
Now I'm wondering.
But yeah, I had mentioned that I do commentary, and I talked about like how fighting games don't necessarily get that many viewers, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. That's like other esports, and she was like, "Wait a minute, rewind." She literally said, I don't understand everything you said about your job. Laughing emojis. And then she said, okay, question number 1. What's a concurrent viewer? Like the audience who would typically come to watch that person play and you commentate? Is that what that means? Number 2, where did these things take place? 100K viewers? Dang, that's awesome. Wow. 3, what games do you play on what system? And 4, I've never watched anything on Twitch TV. Enlighten me.
Okay.
So she said she's a gamer and plays like games on Switch and all that stuff. So she's probably, I'm guessing, pretty casual.
Yeah, but
maybe I went a little overboard on my nerd stuff.
Hey, but at least she's asking, right? I mean, that's nice.
No, for sure.
It's like I said, I went on a date one time and she was like, "Oh, what do you do in your spare time?" I was like, "I play video games." And then, like I said, you could just see the color drain out of her face, dude. Like. Then the rest of the date was super awkward. So
I make it very clear on my profile that I'm nerdy.
Yeah,
like, I know you guys can't see it that well, but that whole shelf is nerd shit. And one of my profile pictures is a selfie with my shirt that says "I heart you 3000" and a nerd hat in front of all my nerd Marvel shit. So I make it very clear that I am a nerd. And I put in my profile, if my pictures don't give it away, I'm pretty nerdy.
Yeah, that's
so
another...
people know coming in.
That is another weird one, Runato. It's just like if I put myself on Tinder, what if somebody really does just, see me and knows who I am, and then they post a picture of it and shit on the internet?
Have I told my weird weird online dating story on this podcast?
I don't know.
I feel like I should tell it regardless, even if I have before. I don't think I have.
I don't
do you
remember.
Know the story? Did I tell you the story?
I don't remember now.
Okay. I'm going to tell the story.
If you tell me and it sounds familiar, then I'll remember. Like that's how my memory works. It needs to spark something.
So this is right after I had moved to Minneapolis. I finally had a job that paid like an adult wage. I had a car at the time. I had my own apartment. I didn't have any furniture yet. I literally just moved into my own place.
Okay.
So I had like a table and a chair, and that was it, right? But anyways, I had started, when I was staying with Bahato and his wife.
Right.
I had already started online dating stuff in plans for me to move to my own place. So I had been talking to this one girl, and she seemed relatively normal. And man, this story is going to be real weird now with all the allegations that came out against this YouTuber I'm going to mention. Anyways.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm talking to this girl, and she seems relatively normal. And then one day, this is on OkCupid, I had met her. One day on OkCupid, we were just chatting back and forth, getting to know each other. We had already had our first date planned. And she just, out of nowhere, was like, this is sign number 1 that I should have known something was up. Out of nowhere, she was like, hey, I just want you to know I'm really submissive. We hadn't talked about sexual preferences at all.
What the hell?
Hadn't mentioned any of this shit. Just out of nowhere, hey, you should know I'm pretty submissive. And I just brushed it off. I was like, okay, cool, no worries. That's fine with me. Kept on with our normal conversation. Anyways, the date comes. And we arrived. We went to a restaurant, a ramen place that I wanted to try because I was new to Minneapolis. And she's like, yeah, sure, I'll meet you there. This girl lived like an hour away, hour and a half away. She came a far way to this place. Anyways, she gets there, and we're like looking at the menu, and hey, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Just normal first date shit. And we're just going through the menu. I'm like, what are you thinking about getting? And she puts her menu down and looks me in the face and goes, I told you I'm submissive. And I was like, I don't know what that has to do with ordering food. She's like, you should order for me. Weird.
Oh.
But okay. Mind you, this was right after, this is gonna all fit in. Believe me.
This all
This
sounds
was right
like
after I had taken my shirt off at CEO 2016.
Oh God.
So this was like July 2016. So we're just. I end up ordering 2 bowls of ramen and an appetizer because I had no idea what she wanted.
Uh-huh.
She was fine with it. We're like eating, and then she's like, "Yeah, so tell me about game stuff and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, I was just at an event, yada yada." And what the hell is? What's the guy's name that just had the allegations? He owes like $75,000 to someone. And he let all the Smash stuff happen at his house.
Oh, Sky Williams, you mean? Or
Sky Williams.
Yeah, okay.
She liked Sky Williams. This is back when he was way more active on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, yeah, I had this video that kind of went viral. Like, it got picked up by sports networks and blah, blah, blah. Because Sporting News had me, like, #2 on their esports moment of the month or something. And I was like, yeah, this thing that I did kind of went viral. And I started talking about it. And I had not told her my gamer tag. She had no fucking clue I was TuboWare, to my mind. But as I'm like telling the story, I could see her like getting excited about it, and then I was like, "What about you?" And she was like, "Oh, well, I like watching a lot of League of Legends, and I like watching this guy. I don't know if you ever heard of him, named Sky Williams." And I was like, "Oh yeah, like he actually, because Sky Williams had mentioned me in a video
Right.
after my thing went viral. He said something like, 'You go TuboWare.' He had no idea what my real name was,
Right.
but people had tweeted it to me just to show like." This YouTuber recognized you for taking your shirt off.
Right.
As I'm saying, oh yeah, he mentioned me in a video. She started saying he recently mentioned you in one of his videos. So she knew who I was the entire time. And after she said it, she had her face just fell. Like she knew she fucked up. She completely forgot that I hadn't told her who I was. Like my online persona.
But
and I could tell that her gut fell to the ground.
But why would she feel bad? I mean, why did she hide it? And two,
there's no way she should have known I was TuboWare. That's not like my online dating name or anything.
Right.
She knew who I was all the time and never mentioned it. Super fucking creepy. Like, if you recognize someone from a thing, you should go, "Hey, do I know you from this thing?" Especially if you're trying to date them. So, and that also just gives the red flag that they've been stalking you. It's like somehow she found out who I was and what my online persona was. So after she did that, I don't know what flipped in her brain, but she got really aggressive and really wanted to go back to my apartment. And I was like, no, I don't have furniture yet. That's embarrassing because I was just in. And B, I didn't want her to know where I lived.
Yeah,
Shit and not telling me. So I was like, no, I don't have furniture. Like, I really couldn't have you over. I literally have one chair. And she's like, no, we can just lay on the floor together. It's going to be fine, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, no, it's only 8 o'clock. Let's go see a movie first. So we picked out a movie and we had drove separately. So I got in my car and I texted her. I was like, hey, you were way too aggressive. I'm really freaked out that you knew who I was and didn't tell me. I'm going to go home. Thank you for the nice tie, blah, blah, blah. I was nice about it as I could be. And she flipped the fuck out on me. She was so mad. It was wild. That's like my weird stalker worst date ever story. The only other date that I had was somewhat awkward is I ended up accidentally going on a date with a Republican. And I just bailed midway through. I was like, "Oh, this really isn't going to work. I'm sorry. we just don't see eye to eye on anything." And that's whatever. It sucks that I wasted a night. But that story was actually kind of scary. I was like, "Fuck! Why didn't you just tell me you knew who I was?"
That's so weird. Knew. So she knew who you were through the Sky Williams video. Tried to find where you tried to look up TuboWare. Found all your information.
I forgot the weird part about Sky Williams' video, he doesn't show a video of me in that video. There's no picture of me. There's no video of me. He literally just says, "You go TuboWare." He talks about the entrances at CEO. So he didn't just talk about mine. He talked about CJ Truth and other people. And they're like, "Oh yeah, and the big guy TuboWare took his shirt off. You go TuboWare." So he never showed me on his video. So she knew me by my gamer tag with no visual, and I had never told her what my gamer tag was.
I mean, so here's the thing, right? I mean, that's the hardest part is that we're researchable, we're Googleable. You know what I mean? I can look up TuboWare and find out what you look like, right?
Yeah, but if you look up Brandon Brockman, you have to dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, like, maybe there's an article that lists you at, like, I can find people.
I was just becoming popular at that time, though. Now you can find stuff on me by my name. At that time, you had to dig really deep. Because I know this only because after that date, I went home to Rick's place, and I was like, I need to Google myself and figure out how she found me. And I think eventually, like, a few pages deep in Google, there is a YouTube video that had my full name.
Are you serious?
Yep. So then she got my gamer tag, I'm assuming, from that, and then looked up TuboWare and was like, oh, that is him. That's what I'm assuming happened. But after 2016, if you Google TuboWare, you'll find me.
That's so weird.
Yep. Or if you Google my full name, you'll find TuboWare.
Right,
But
right. But that's just weird.
Yeah, it was super creepy.
But see, the thing is, I don't know if did she meet you on the dating site or did she literally, like, Sky Williams talked about the video. She watched the video because she just found it and was like, "Oh my God, he's cute," and then used that to look up TuboWare and found your real name, found out where you lived, and then somehow like hoped you were on OkCupid or something.
I hope not, man. That would be even creeper.
See, that's what it feels like to me in a weird way.
I really just got shivers. Don't, man. Oh, that's rough.
Oh, man. That's funny.
That's what it feels like to be a woman on dating apps all the time.
Yeah, I know, right? Being stalked all day. Ugh.
But yeah, dude, that's my creepy date, my worst first date story. I had to find a way to sneak away because I couldn't. She wouldn't take no for an answer to coming back to my place.
Right.
She just.
Well, like I said, I don't think you have that much problems in online dating stuff.
Yeah. No, the one I have a date with on Sunday. I think on Sunday. Assuming she doesn't bail. She's very attractive. Very, very attractive. I can't wait to disappoint her.
Hey, man, look. Oh, man, I want to say this, but it's just like it's so fucking wrong to say this shit, dude. Oh, man.
If it's not appropriate for generations facing, you can tell me after, because I have that thing to tell you too.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, I'm excited to meet her. It'll be cool. I haven't socialized with anyone in person besides that girl I was dating for like a month and a half. So it'll be, and even that was, she broke up with me like what, end of like third week of June or so.
Right, yeah.
So it's been over a month since I've actually seen a real life human.
Oh man, it's crazy, dude. I mean, I fortunately have Olaf here, so I see him all the time, and then Olaf will have people visit him. Like, I don't even have people visit me. I'm too scared to have people visit me and stuff. But like Corey Bell was here just recently, you know, and we were hanging out a little bit and stuff. So for me, like I said, I don't even invite anybody over just because I'm too paranoid about it. So
right. Well, Runato, if this girl goes, wait, are you TuboWare? She has my Snapchat, which is TuboWare, and you can't change your Snapchat name ever.
Oh,
I
really?
tried.
What?
Because the majority of people on Snapchat, I use it like they use it for dating.
Oh,
I should say,
yeah.
majority of people in online dating use Snapchat rather than giving out their number because it's safer.
Right.
And I don't necessarily want people to know that I'm TuboWare. Like, I have no problem telling that I do esports commentary for fighting games, and if they really want to look that up, go ahead. Like, that's sure. Good luck finding me, you know, whatever.
Right.
But
I mean, for me,
I don't necessarily want to just give them the key to the fucking palace.
Right. I mean, for me, I don't really have any choice.
That's true. You're sorry, man.
It's not hard to find me anywhere, and that's the hardest part too. Is because if you go to YouTube and try to look me up, which people at my work, my manager did one time. The problem is you don't find me doing fighting game stuff if you look up James Chen. You find my rage clips if you look up James Chen.
Rough.
This is another reason why I don't do online dating because I just feel like I'm kind of doomed at this point. You either know about what I do right now, or, you know, what am I going to put on my Tinder profile? Don't look up James Chen on YouTube, you know? Like,
I mean, there's plenty of people who solemnly believe in not Googling the people they're going on an online date with. And there's people who solemnly believe in doing all the research they can. And both sides have merit, for sure. Like, you want to be safe, obviously. You want to know things. But also, a lot of people just want their shit to be organic. They don't want it to feel like I can just look you up.
Yeah.
So, I get it on both sides.
But that's the hard part, though, for me, is that if they decide to look me up, that's it. I'm done. All that's out there is me just raging either at Tekken or raging at Sanchez or flipping a table or, you know.
Hold on. I'm curious now. I'm Googling James Chen.
You don't even have to Google him. Just go to YouTube and type it in, dude.
Oh, no. People will never just YouTube you. They're gonna Google it. And lucky for you, pictures of James Chen is nothing but this really good-looking Asian actor.
Yeah, there's the actor who comes up first now. Yes.
Yep. The actor comes up first, but your Twitter account comes up as well.
Yeah.
Which your Twitter account is wholesome as fuck for the most part.
Man.
James Chen, Chinese American actor, James Chen. No, dude, if people Google you, they need to dig pretty deep to find your negative stuff. I think you're overthinking that one. They'll find all your cat pictures.
I mean, the problem is, if I say, like, oh, I do all this stuff, you know, I stream, I'm a commentator,
sure.
And then they go to YouTube and try to look it up, then I think I'm screwed at that point.
I don't know, man. The videos that pop up for James Chen are nothing but positive stuff.
On YouTube?
James Chen, yeah, on Google. I'm just using Google because most people are not going to go to YouTube first. They're going to go to Google first.
Okay.
And all the videos that pop up on Google are James Chen breaks down Bone Chen victory. James Chen talks struggles of full-time fucking commentator. James Chen on the Tasteless podcast. How James Chen evolved. How...
I see all this stuff, yeah.
All good stuff. I think you're fine. I don't need to worry about
calling classic Tetris parallels with the FGC. It's true. I haven't looked myself up on YouTube in a long time, though. I bet you on YouTube my rage clips are still the number one thing.
Yeah, YouTube is different. YouTube, if they go that far to look you up on YouTube, then maybe.
Well, it says James Chen Tekken, which is the rage clip. James Chen crying. James Chen's sound effects, which was when I was doing the sound effects for Street Fighter. James Chen Tetris. James Chen first attack, and then James Chen actor, and then there's a James Chen fencing, which I have no idea what that's about.
We need to click on that. We need to see what that is.
There's a James Chen salt, which I'm assuming that means that there's somebody out there who sells salt out there, you know.
Yeah, that's why.
Dude, there really is a James Chen who fences.
That's wild. You're a fencer now, James.
Dude, I'm 100% saying that now.
You can tell people you're a fencer, and they have to wear the mask. How are they ever going to know that it's not you?
I do commentary and I compete in fencing.
Yeah, I do video game nerd commentary. Also, I'm a fencer. And you can't prove it's not me, goddammit. Look at the videos. He has a mask on. Good luck.
This is hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I think your worries about this are okay.
I think it's just maybe it's just been so long, you know.
Yeah, that's what happens.
If you do look up James Chen and go to Google Images like DJ Blue suggests, right? You know, a lot of people out there, you know, they can't tell Asians apart, so maybe they will confuse me with this actor, you know, because the second picture looks close enough to the actor, right? We're both Asian. We both got good hair.
Yeah, see? Like, what do you have to worry about?
It didn't go well, like I said, with my manager when he was like, I saw some interesting videos of you. And I was like, yeah, you don't look... I do have a picture of myself holding a sword. Yes, that's what I used for the Jimmy C commentary.
There you go.
That was
oh, hey, I just looked myself up. Bleacher Report. TuboWare bears all in support of the FGC. I did an interview at Evo there.
There you go.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, it was TuboWare. It used to. I remember, like in 2013, if I looked up TuboWare, it would say, "Did you mean Tupperware?" It doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, this is me with the sword.
Google knows me.
This is the six-fingered sword here. This is a replica of Inigo Montoya's sword. So, the problem is a lot of these cool pictures that I have, like, are from so long ago. Like, I would love to put up that picture because then people would be like, "What's the sword?" And I'm like, "That's Inigo Montoya's sword." And they'd be like, "Oh my god, I love the Princess Bride." And then instantly, like I said, that's already a +1. I have another picture that I love of myself that I took maybe like 12 years ago. That pic right there is probably maybe 8 or 9 years ago. But there's another pic of myself that is still one of my favorite pics. So, you know Investigation Cone, right? He sent me he knows I love penguins. So I'm a big fan of penguins. Just, you know how everybody has that animal that they really like for no goddamn reason, right?
Sure. So
there's like this site that has like a bunch of like completely random shit that they can send you and things like that. And he asked me to send a picture of how big the penguin actually was, because he really wanted to see how big the penguin was. And this was right when Lord of the Rings had just come out. And they were talking about how they made all the hobbits look small and everything like that.
Right.
So I sent Investigation Cone this picture here. This is the picture that I sent him. So I use like camera tricks to like try to make the thing look as gigantic as possible.
Man, can I say, I think you look younger now than you did back then.
You think so?
Yeah. I think you de-aged, man.
That's Asians, man. That's Asians. That's how it works, dude. Yeah, that was me. This was in, I want to say, this is 2002. This is 18 years ago.
Dude, you honestly look younger now. I think it was your hairstyle. Maybe you're just a little, I don't want to say fatter, like maybe just a little thicker. Like
straight edge.
You don't look like you're thinner now, but I don't know how to explain it. Your build was different.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. You look younger now, I think.
Well, it's good. And I even have the mustache and the beard right now, or the beard, because this is the most that I can get here. So
sucks, dude. That's rough.
Was that VHS?
That's okay. You have a full head of hair, so.
Oh God, hang on a second. Let me bring that picture back again, because that is definitely a key question here. Is that yes, that is a VCR in the background. It is definitely a VCR in the background, and a bunch of no, those are actually DVDs at the top. But yeah, there's actually a VHS player in there, and a nice giant CRT there as well. So that's how long ago this. That picture is older than some people probably in this chat at this point. So.
Old man James.
You know what else is old? You know what else is old?
Oh, yeah.
DarkStalkers is old.
I was going to go too. They're the same segue.
Yeah.
Eat your heart out, Stay Jam. Yeah, man. Fucking. So, I don't know if you guys saw this or noticed or whatever. Capcom renewed the copyright to DarkStalkers recently. And rumors have been going around for a long time that they have been trying to, or wanting to remake DarkStalkers, and then they put out the HD remake of the older games and it didn't sell well, so they canceled and blah, blah, blah. And there's even rumors that they were going to put out DarkStalkers on the Wii to go with TVC. Like, that's a follow-up to TVC.
Oh, interesting.
So I've been hearing these rumors forever.
Okay.
And now they've renewed their copyright for DarkStalkers. And I noticed a lot of people on Twitter, I don't know. I don't know if they're just like bitter or MVCI came out and they got mad or whatever the case was. But a lot of people on Twitter are saying, no, Capcom, don't make a new DarkStalkers. Yes. No. And I think, were you not one of those people?
Oh yeah, I've been saying that for at least 5 years now. So
I think you're all stupid. I think you're all big dumb. And I'm a Marvel head.
Right.
I'm like, if not for Yipes, I would say I'm the face of Marvel, right? Like, people associate me with that game.
Yipes, and I would probably say Persia, maybe?
Yeah, but Persia's basically retired at this point.
Yeah, she's doing all the GameSpot stuff
She's gone to a bigger and better thing.
Yeah. Wait, GameSpot or IGN? What's she doing now? I forget.
She's at GameSpot, yeah.
GameSpot, yeah. So she actually does a lot of cool stuff there. So
yep,
that's cool.
Yeah, no, her job is fucking dope, man. Right. I'm super proud of Sam.
Yeah.
I will tell anyone that I am so proud of her. But anyways, that's off topic. People associate me with Marvel, right? So MVCI, literally, if you look at my stream archive, there's video of me because, of course, I knew when Marvel was getting announced. Every Marvel head knew the MVCI was getting announced that day. Right. So I randomly streamed the PS event, and I knew that the announcement was coming, and I was bawling tears. I was so happy that a new Marvel game was coming, right? And then MVCI came out, and we all know what happened. And I think they should still make a new fighting game, but they need to revitalize a new IP. Like
I had heard rumors about like them trying to make a DarkStalkers, and I probably can't repeat some things that I heard. This was like 10 years ago or something like that, so this was a long...
Sure.
So this is completely not even relevant now. But the stuff that I had heard about it, like if they had made DarkStalkers that way, like I would not have been happy. Like I would have been really, really upset. And then...
sure, but that was 10 years ago.
And then just the thing is, like, it's so perfect how it is. And I just don't know if they have the right technology to do it. Like, honestly, like, the only way you could do it is if ArcSys did it, I think. And I think ArcSys is the only company that could actually do it. But, again, it would be such a weird thing to do. Like, how do you make Lord Raptor's leg turn into a chainsaw or a buzzsaw or a giant spike or, you know...
It's all doable. And honestly... ArcSys' system, I can explain how you do that real quick, but ArcSys' system would be terrible for that. ArcSys' system wouldn't work very well for that.
I mean, the way that they
the game would be beautiful if they did it, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But the way like those things would work with a 3D model is those... take Nikali in Street Fighter V.
Right, yeah, exactly. The hair trick.
There. Yeah, the hair appears... The hair is always there.
Right.
They load up two models... And when he activates V-Trigger, they make the hair model the prominent one rather than his old model. So there's two models there, right? That's why it wouldn't work very well with ArcSys' system, because they'd have to remake the model for each of these. So Lord Raptor's limbs can change when he hits a different button. If they just activate that model when he does that button. I mean, they did that for Rash and Killer Instinct.
Then you get... For which character?
Rash.
Oh, right. Yeah.
His ram swords come out, his boot gets really big, the wrecking ball appears, all that shit. They did the same thing. That's totally possible.
I would wonder how they would do Huitzel. Because Huitzel is like the one that makes the least amount of sense. I mean, he's a robot, but he's literally like the T-1000 or some shit like that.
Right.
Like, shit just happens and it doesn't make any sense. And
yeah. I mean, there would definitely be some... limitations to Keats wouldn't work for Capcom, Zygon. I'll tell you that right now. He's very happy at Iron Galaxy.
Yeah. Well, what if they hired Iron Galaxy to do it?
That would be dope.
Yeah. I mean, if they did, I would basically fly to Keats' house and I would basically not eat and sleep and lie on his front door until he hired me to help him with the game. Because I personally don't feel like I can trust anybody on this game, and I would want to be on there to make sure they.
How I should have felt with Marvel Infinite.
Right.
That's how I should have felt, because in my eyes, Marvel 3 is the perfect fighting game.
Right.
It is the greatest fighting game of all time ever. Period. I don't think there will ever be one to surpass it. The amount of skill it takes to be good at that game is incredible. The animations are amazing. Like, just the whole package besides the net play is the best fighting game in my eyes.
Right.
So the way I'm looking at this is there was people who thought Marvel 2 was that game, right? Mm-hmm. People like Yelp, for example. Can you imagine if those people were yelling at Capcom to never make another MVC game? That sucks. You want to see the game that you love progress and grow and become even better than it was before. And even though Darkstalkers, a new one, might suck, it might suck. It might turn into an MVCI. It could turn into the best fighting game of all time. Is there a risk? Are you playing Darkstalkers now? Is anybody playing it now? Not really. So if the new one sucks, you could go back to the old one. It's still there. That's what's happening with Marvel 3 right now. There's more people playing Marvel 3 on Parsec than people that play Marvel Infinite on the regular play.
Here's the thing, right? Like, for those of us who have actually grown up with the Versus series, right? Coda, amazing game. Marvel Superheroes, amazing game. X-Men vs. Street Fighter, cool for introducing the team concept. Pretty janky game, actually. Like, I felt like it was a little jankier than the other ones. Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter was bad. Like, it was just ugly. It was completely just a reskinning of the previous game. They used the same backgrounds, etc. Marvel vs. Capcom 1, not bad. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 turned into what it is. But for all intents and purposes, it was a really bad game, right? Like, the sprites were all dead. There was only like 5 new characters or something like that, and like it was super lazy. They took away 2 attack buttons when that was announced. By the way, everybody was pissed. And so this series has had its ups and downs. But Darkstalkers is like, it's like perfect, and perfect. You know, like all 3 games are freaking perfect. They're just so good. You know what I mean?
I don't believe that a new Darkstalkers game ruins that legacy. I don't think it does. And even if it did, it would ruin the legacy for like 200 people. Like 200 people will be real mad about it. But if it's even like a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 fighting game, it's gonna be super fucking popular, man. People are gonna play the shit out of that because Capcom is still, like, the fighting game developer, right? Like, they invented Street Fighter. People want Street Fighter and Capcom to be a successful IP. People love that shit. They love seeing Marvel Infinite, Marvel 3. People tried Infinite, and people love Marvel 3.
Okay, I guess the reason why, what it comes down to, is that it's not the gameplay that I'm worried about. It's the artistic, aesthetic nature of the game. A lot of people, when they talk about Vampire Savior, I don't think they really get it. You know, like, they talk about, like, oh, like, there's a naked cat girl in there. Lilith has, like, a super where she turns naked. Like, you can chop people in half. And, like, it's, like, this weirdly, like, Raptor fucking turns into a basketball and dunks you. Like there's, like, all this, like, really just, like, violence. Complete, utter, random silliness. Like, I mean, like, Victor's 720 super, he grabs you with his ass cheeks and squeezes you and electrocutes you.
Yeah.
But then all on top of that, at the same time, there's this real weird sense of sadness in the game. A lot of the characters in the game are kind of suffering. Like, Victor's storyline is, like, absolutely one of the most depressing storylines. And War Agony, the background, where he's hiding in the alleyway of, like, in some, like, dilapidated area, and the music is just somber as fucking shit. You know, that's his background. It's, like, it's so good. And what a lot of people think about Darkstalkers these days is like, look at Morrigan, you know, tits, you know, Felicia, tits. Oh, Jenna's so badass, you know, and like, I just feel like that they would lose all of that stuff, you know, like every one of these characters is on a quest to like achieve something that they can't seem to achieve the way that they want to. Like, Bishamon is like possessed by this armor, just wants to be with his wife. You know, and then there's this weird dark thing where they're all trying to take over this underworld hell kind of area. But I don't know. It's like, it's weird, and I'm just scared. Like, it will be like you saw the trailer for the new Battletoads game. Like, it just like it feels like a different thing. You know what I mean? And like,
Sure.
I'm not sure if I. That's what I'm more scared about than the gameplay. You know?
You're worried that it'll feel like a soulless shell of itself.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand that.
You know,
but
Anita is like possessed, and like you don't even like she just follows Donovan around, you know, in the background. Even Whitzel so he wasn't in the arcade version of VSAV, but he was put on the home version. But even he got a little boy now following him around that he protects. Like, you know, at the start of one of his intro animations is the boy is standing in front of him. He picks him up, puts him behind him, and then, like, starts fighting and shit like that. And, like, there's just a lot of weird, like, stuff about the game that I'm just, like, scared that you know, they'll over-sex it, they'll over-violence it, you know?
No, I was going to say the opposite. I mean, they'll definitely have very scantily clad female characters because that's what every fighting game does, unfortunately. Outside of that, though, I don't think it would be as violent. I think that would be a problem. I think that they would really want the game to be rated teen at the most. And I know Killer Instinct ran into some of that.
Oh,
for example, really? Mira, her blood is silver. Because if they made it red, it would have made the game mature. General Rom, stabs people with a fucking knife, no blood comes out. Because if blood came out when he did that, the game would have been rated mature. Right. Things like that.
Yeah.
And I know that Capcom would want it to be rated teen. I know that they would. Because it's a fighting game, they want people to play it, etc., etc. It's not Mortal Kombat, right? Mortal Kombat's the mature fighting game.
But, you know, I mean, like, because I know, like, there are some people who do think, because there are some really violent things in DarkStalkers, too, in the
there definitely is, for sure. Like, Jetta drains people of their blood, and
Jetta cuts himself to attack you, right? Like, when he does that, when he does standing medium kick, his wings are his sickle, and he just takes his fingers on the wings, cuts them, and sprays the blood on the floor, and, like, his jumping heavy kick, I think it is the one where he just, like, just claws his own chest and sprays blood everywhere to hit you and stuff like that. So
I mean, but they have all that stuff in MVCI, and he's one of the coolest characters in that game. Like, for sure, he's one of the coolest characters in that game, and they gave him in particular a lot of love, a lot of thought, because he had been a requested Marvel vs. Capcom character, and in MVCI, his blood is purple, for example. In MVCI, that game looks like shit and had a very, very, very low budget. Yeah. So the way I feel, and I don't think Capcom would do this, but say they wanted an IP to stand side by side with Street Fighter, they're going to need to put a big budget into it. And if you partner that with the unconfirmed but pretty much confirmed rumor that Ono is gone, and a new director is in charge of Street Fighter 5 and 6, maybe this new director can also take on a new Darkstalkers. And the other rumor is that everybody loves this new director, and it's a female, and she is beloved by the FGC, so I don't know who the hell it is. But these are the rumors, right? And Ono hasn't been showing up at anything for Capcom. So it's pretty clear that he is not around for Street Fighter anymore. And I know a lot of you out there probably don't know this, but Ono has fallen upwards, like, 3 times now? Like, they do this thing in Japan where they don't really fire people. It's called falling upwards. They put you in a higher position where you have less responsibility. And that's what's happened to Ono. I think this is the 3rd time. So, I feel if he's not part of the helm of Darkstalkers, then it could be a fucking dope game.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm so scared. But that's why I'd want to make sure. That's why, like I said, if Iron Galaxy got the call, go ahead and make it, then I would quit everything. I would sell my house just so I had enough money to live on Keats' doorstep until he.
Damn, where's Roloff gonna live? That's fucked up.
What's that?
Maybe spit on my water. I said, where's Olaf gonna live? That's fucked up.
So like literally, I like I said, I would do that just to be kind of like the art director and stuff, and it wouldn't even be like me going like, make sure you. I would just like be like, no, this isn't Darkstalkers. Like, no. Like, I mean, every character gets you can chop them in half and they die in 2 pieces, right? But like, even when you kill someone like Felicia or Dimitri, it's just like a fucking like it's like a cartoon ham bone, you know? It's just solid white with a little small white circle in there, you know? It's
I don't think they would have that type of stuff, just because of the mature rating that it would probably get nowadays.
Right.
But it doesn't mean like the somberness can't be, you know, an outlying factor that, you know, like you see the real sad shit happening around you. Like they could definitely pull that off.
Yeah.
I don't feel like people should write Capcom off before they try. Because when people do that shit, when Capcom, like every dev, every game company sees that stuff.
Yeah.
They see that stuff. And when people go, we don't want new fighting, they don't see, we don't want Darkstalkers. They see, we only want Street Fighter. That's what they see.
I'm totally down for new rival schools, and look, they're putting Akira in the game, which
that would be dope.
I'm totally down for that.
If they do rival schools, I hope they make it free to play.
Yeah, and honestly, if they see, that's tough because rival schools is a game that I would love to work on. Like I think I could do a dope rival schools, but people wouldn't like the rival schools that I make. But and it wouldn't work to free to play with the way that I would do it. So
why wouldn't it work free to play?
Because I wouldn't make it so that it's individual characters. I would only make it so that you have to pick the high school. Because that was like my favorite thing about rival schools was that you had 3 people from one high school. And you only picked 2 of them. But then there was the code that you can pick 2 from any of the high schools. And I thought that ruined it. Like, I loved the idea that it was high school versus high school versus high school versus high school. So if I made the game, I would design the character as the high school. So that, like, the grappler would have Shoma with the fireball in the back, and doing things like that. I would force the team mechanic. It's why I talk about how I want Junie and Julie to be, like, this tag team character and it wouldn't even be necessarily like KOF or Marvel. It would literally more Marvel-esque. You would be switching, but I would like force you to switch all the time, like just to even get damage in a combo.
You mean like Active Switch and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite that came out?
A little more like that. A little more like that. So
did you see the rumors that came out?
Which rumor?
The one I was talking about earlier, how there's a new director for Capcom.
Yeah. I've seen stuff about that. Yeah, but
did you see what they said about Street Fighter 6?
No.
So this guy on Twitter, supposedly he's a Capcom insider. He's leaking shit. He leaked that there was going to be werewolves in Resident Evil 8, and that Resident Evil 8 was going to get shown when it got announced.
Okay.
And he was correct. He was correct about all of it.
Okay.
He went after the Street Fighter 5 stream came and they showed like the plan for the roadmap for the final season. He was like, "Hey guys, like I'm not a big fighting game person, but I do know that the reason that they're doing this is because Street Fighter 6 is already in development, and everybody inside the company, including testers and developers that were playing the game, hated it. They didn't like how it was turning out, and that's when they brought in a new director. And the thing that they said they didn't like was it was heavily team based. There is a heavy focus on a team. So it sounds like maybe like what you're describing is maybe what they were going to try for 6. Maybe Ryu and Ken have to fight together,
Huh. So, I mean, I don't think Street Fighter 5 should be team based. There's no reason.
Will be 6, not 5.
6. I don't think Street Fighter 6 should be. Street Fighter should never be team based. Like
no, exactly. Street Fighter should always be one versus one.
Right. That would ruin Street Fighter 100%.
Yeah. 100%. Yep. And so that was the rumor, is that they were trying to force this team mechanic in Street Fighter 6. And people hated it. And that was like the final straw for Ono, and that's why Ono's been gone. We haven't seen him, and they brought in a new director.
Jesus.
That was the rumor. And this guy apparently knew everything about Resident Evil 8. Like, he put out a bunch of shit, and then a few days later it got announced, and all the shit that he said came true. So maybe he's credible. Maybe he does either work there or know someone. And we all know from experience that shit that goes on at Capcom always comes out. We always learn about it later, 100% of the time.
Capcom is definitely...
they are the worst at keeping secrets.
Yes, they're pretty bad.
So, yeah, maybe your idea was already in play, and you are correct that people would hate it.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? Like, I feel like it would work more for rival schools because it already has a precedent for it, right? So,
yeah. I think that's fair.
And it's always been a team game. It's always been a team game. You've always had two characters, and you activate the team super, it'll hit him. The other guy will do the canned animation to basically do the Nadeshiko, right? So whoever you pick will animate like Nadeshiko, kind of things like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see in rival schools, but I would still want it to be free to play. You could do free to play the way you want to do it, James.
Yeah, probably.
You just have to pay a lot of schools, and then be like, for this week, this school is free. This week, this school is free.
Yeah. But that was just the thing that I loved so much about the original rival schools was literally the lore of it. I really enjoyed that lore of it, and even. God, how long ago did I create this? I'm actually going to see if I can find this document that I have here.
I get to see all your porn.
Dude. So, you know what? You say that, and I've talked about Investigation Cone already. Tubo can see my desktop. Nobody else can. But I have this folder called Personal where we all put our own stuff in there, right? And so Alan created his folder, and it's literally named Alan's Stuff. It's not porn. So there you go. Video games here. Nope, that's not the one. Where is it? Was it under desktop extras or? It's under here. No, this is not it. Where did I put it? I can't even remember where I would have put this document now because I could have swore it would have been under video games here. Because what I had was an entire document. Like, where's all of my spreadsheets that I created for all this stuff?
It's gone forever.
Oh, here it would be here. It would be here, I think. Did I have...
Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Yep, Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Here's all my FAQs, by the way.
Also known as the best Smash game ever.
It has to be under games. It has to be under games somewhere here. Here's my Mega Man one.
You created your own Mega Man weapons?
Yeah, Mega Man spreadsheet that listed all the weapons so I could categorize them and do all this stuff. So
Don't you know how to code? Isn't that what you do? Or what you did for a living?
I do. Yeah. I coded.
Why don't you try to make games, man?
Trust me, I've talked about learning Unity during this time, during this pandemic. I've talked about it a lot.
Dude, fuck Unity, learn Unreal.
What's that?
Learn Unreal. Unreal's way easier for everybody to use, and it's completely free and all that shit.
Yeah, Unreal. No, I thought Unity was supposed to be easier to learn.
I mean, it'd be easier to learn, but I know more people use Unreal, and it's considered more powerful.
Okay. Well, in any case, I had a spreadsheet that was literally all of the characters from rival schools and what schools they belong to, and then I was trying to put them together, all this stuff, and it's like I said, I'm so fascinated by that lore of them having the schools that I was always. I mean, the first KOF was like that as well. KOF 94, you weren't allowed to choose different characters. You had to pick the team. And I loved that so much, and I'm sad that they kind of took that away. So
I don't feel like that would resonate as well with people nowadays.
Yeah.
People would get really upset that they like Batsu, but whoever else is on another school and they can't. They would be pissed. They would be like, just make like KOF.
So the other idea that people talked to me about was that if you picked the team, you have natural advantages. Like, for example, you can only DHC into a schoolmate. You know, so you can use the other characters and do stuff with them. You just lose a lot of powers, and so, you know, it's recommended to go that way. But people would still be mad about that. So
I mean, you'd have to do something to make up for it,
right?
But like, yeah, sure, they lose this thing, but maybe they gain more health or whatever the fuck, you know?
Yeah, but see,
You have
then
to do something to make up for the disadvantage.
like I would want to do it just to make sure that the school teams are the best, and so that
Yeah, no, people would be pissed. They wouldn't like that.
they would all be mad.
For sure.
But no, I mean, trust me, I've wanted to make fighting games for a long time because I feel like I could do a lot of really neat ideas for them. But, you know, obviously I don't know if I could be like the artist for it and then, you know, do all the crazy stuff like that. And I'm not going to touch Mugen either, so.
Oh, that's not a good way to make a fighting game anyways.
Yeah.
It's a good way to make something that's real goofy, but it's tedious. And if you ever make a fighting game in Mugen, no one will ever take it seriously.
Yeah. Olaf gets on my case about this all the time because he would like to make games too. And he's always like, why aren't you learning this shit? You know, like, but I mean, like I said, my problem right now is that I'm trying to do all this streaming and then I'm trying to do all these other things. And, man, like I have no control over my life because well, now that I've gone back onto my ADD medication, it's been better again.
Did you finally get the shit you needed?
No, that wasn't the shit that I needed. That was I can get. Right. The other one that I needed was the blood sugar medication is what I need to fix because I was pre-diabetic and I needed to take blood sugar medication. And the crazy thing is that blood sugar medication also has a weird side effect that kind of makes you lose weight and like also like makes it so you're like it like has this other weird like positive side effects. So I was like, oh, sick, let's do it. But you know, oh man. But yeah, I mean, like I do want to make games and I think I could make some. I have so many game ideas, and like I said, I still have my $1 million, I swear to God, you know, game idea. The one that I will not reveal in any capacity of what the game is. I just can't make it because I feel like I need a particular IP for it. I still think I can make the best Mega Man game right now. I feel like I could make an awesome Mega Man. An awesome fighting game. Like I want to make all this shit, dude. Like I feel like I could make so many great games because honestly, because I'm such an empath and I understand how people feel about shit. Like I just have this feeling that I can make a game to appeal to people's emotions well. Not to say like, oh, I'm going to make you cry, but the Miyamoto thing of like, shit, I fucking discovered this on my own and I'm the best. You know, that kind of thing, you know, to really make a game to bring out that like, oh my God, like this is fucking fun. Because I think that's missing from video games these days. I feel like that's the number one thing people forgot how to do in video games now. Now it's like, oh, let's make The Last of Us and let's make this game really excruciating and make it so that we're trying to teach you something or have or hey, we're trying to make this realistic and shit like that. Like, I just want a fucking game that's a game again. You know, I feel like people forgot how to make games at this point.
Sure.
So.
That's fair.
And that's the part that bothers me. That's the part that bothers me about games. I always tweet about this every E3 that I hate every press conference because it's like, look at this other brown game, you know, that takes place in this real world and has real world wandering. And then there was that one video that I retweeted where the guy in Shibuya Square is like pretending to be a Yakuza or like one of those sandbox games, and he's like walking around and he looks at like the Hachiko, the dog statue, and he's like, and then he reaches in and he gets something, and the camera turns to like try to let him move, and then he talks to it again, and he's like, you know, like it repeats it, and it's like realism in video games is stupid because it's never real.
Right.
Now, obviously, if it's a game like Gran Turismo, you want it to be as realistic as goddamn possible. But I just think that there's a dearth. I mean, it's all indie games now, and that's another problem with video games is that there's nothing in the middle. Is that you can't make one of these fun games unless it's an indie game because otherwise people will think it's stupid.
Well, yeah, I mean, AAA devs aren't gonna.
Yeah.
You know, if you work for Ubisoft or not Ubisoft, you work for. Fuck, who makes COD?
Which one?
Call of Duty.
Oh, Call of Duty, that's
Activision.
Yeah,
Activision, you're only pretty much making, like, mass appeal type games.
Yeah.
So, but indie deving isn't a bad thing because these people actually can create their own game now.
Yeah. For sure.
Do you like games where they don't hold your hand and you have to just discover things on your? You do like that shit, right?
Yeah.
That's like your jam.
Like, well, I mean, one of my favorite.
Do yourself a favor, James, and play Outer Wilds.
Outer Wilds, huh?
Not Outer World. Outer World came out. It's like that's like Fallout. Play Outer Wilds.
Is that on Steam?
It's on consoles too.
Okay. But I should look nothing.
I can promise you that if you like discovering things on your own and you like a narrative-based game, this game will absolutely blow your fucking mind.
Okay.
Like I what you described as like the feeling of discovering something on your own and just feeling great about it, that's what Outer Wilds is.
Okay.
There's no combat, you don't pick up new items, you don't do any of that shit. Everything is knowledge.
Right.
Like all the gaps in the game, all the things, only thing is stopping you from finishing the game is figuring it out.
Right.
And it's I watched Mean Saltine play through it. Keats suggested he play it, and I was like, I don't know if I'd play this myself, but I'll watch it. So he streamed on Discord anytime he played it. And me, Keats, and like one of our other buddies would watch him play and like help him figure shit out, and we all just did it together. Keats had played through it. Keats had already played through it. He's like, this game is incredible. Try it out.
Okay.
And I don't watch like Wii plays. I don't watch people play shit on Twitch usually. Like, this is not my thing. Like, if I'm watching a stream, it's usually competitive, or it's one of my friends streaming. But I watched every second of Ben play through this game, and I felt like I was in there with him and discovering shit. That I still think about that game. He beat it a month ago. I still think about it almost every day. Try that game out, James, please.
Okay. Because honestly, that's why two of my favorite games are two of my favorite games, right? Like Final Fantasy VI and Silent Hill 2. A lot of the things in there you don't have to find out, you don't have to figure out. Like, even getting Gao's backstory is really specific, and you're kind of lucky if you find it and shit like that, you know. Even saving Shadow is like really hard to do the first time you play the game. But Silent Hill 2 also doesn't really handhold anything. By the time you get to the end, the way that I always say this, but the way they determine the ending is just fucking genius. And like I said, they don't handhold anything in that story. You figure it out. They just give you enough hints that you can figure out what the fuck is going on. And when you figure out what's going on, you're like, God damn, this is like the greatest thing ever.
You have an Xbox One, right?
I do have an Xbox One, yeah.
Do you have a... Oh, you can play it on cloud. That would be expensive. Do you have a PC? Or are you still on an Apple?
I can play on a PC, yeah.
Get Xbox Game Pass. It's like $1 a month or $5 a month, one of the two. Outer Wilds is on that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Like, I promise, like, I know I give you shit about, like, playing Rocket Arena and shit. If you don't play Outer Wilds, I will be actually mad at you, because this is your game. I will legitimately be pissed off at you if you don't try this game out.
Alright, so here's a question.
And a matter of fact, you should fucking stream this game, dude. You should, like, play it on Xbox One or something and stream it.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna get all the assholes coming in ruining the shit all the time, dude.
Just put it this way, man. I don't have a job right now. If you're gonna stream Outer Wilds, I'll sit in there and I'll mod and ban anybody who spoils.
Sick.
I will literally watch you play through the whole fucking game. I have strong feelings about this game.
Okay,
this game is incredible.
Here's another question for you: is how long is the game?
I can't answer that without spoiling some things for you.
Oh, okay, no problem.
I'll say, like, the speed run is like 20 minutes.
Right, of course, yeah.
But I think it took Ben like 8 or 9 hours to finish it.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was streamed for like an hour or two on like a Friday night, and it took him several weeks to finish it.
Because I could even almost do that. I could almost do that entirely in one like weekend day or something, like Saturday. Yeah. I'm just gonna sit down.
You're not gonna want to do that though. There's gonna be parts of the game where you're gonna want to think so hard on it.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Like, please, find a way to play this game and stream it. I will watch every second, I promise. And I'll sit in the chat, and I will watch the chat and make sure that just put in like your stream chat, no spoilers, no back.
I always do. And it doesn't.
And
matter.
I will literally watch the chat and ban people if they they do that.
All right.
Because this is your game.
Okay.
Everything you like about video games is this game. It's colorful, it's exciting, it's narrative based. They do not hold your hand at all.
Okay.
And it has a lot of really cool physics that don't exist in any other video game.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will take it into consideration.
Yeah, that's my rant on Outer Wilds. You have to play it. You have to.
All right. I'm trying to see right now if it's on PlayStation. I'm assuming it's on PlayStation as well, too. So.
It is. As far as I know, it's on PlayStation, Xbox One, and PC. Right.
Okay. Ban them and cuss at them afterwards. Yeah.
I will. I'll tell them shut the fuck up. I'll time them out, and if they do it again, I'll straight up ban them.
Yeah, because when I was playing,
can't ruin this game for people.
When I was playing Bloodstained, someone actually spoiled an Easter egg, and I was really sad about that.
Yeah.
It was a cool Easter egg, and I was really mad about that. I don't know if I would have discovered it, but I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of shit I want to find myself. So.
Yep, and that's what all Outer Wilds is. All discovery. Okay. The whole game is discovery.
It's kind of one of the reasons why I liked Breath of the Wild so much too, because I'm just running around in circles and trying to find shit, and again, no hand holding kind of thing.
Dude, I'm like excited to watch you play this. You're gonna fucking love it.
All right,
you will absolutely love this game.
Okay. I will definitely grab that. Then I'll pick that up when I get the chance. But yeah. DarkStalkers.
DarkStalkers. Yeah, we got way off track on that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I really think they should make it. I don't see a negative. If the game comes out and it sucks, I don't think it takes away from the legacy of DarkStalkers. I don't believe in that, Like, there's lots of games that have 10 entries in the series, and I don't think if they release one shitty game, it makes all the other ones bad. Because you can go back and enjoy those still. They're still there.
Yeah.
It's like, does RoboCop 2 ruin RoboCop 1 for you?
What RoboCop 2?
Exactly, James. So if they make DarkStalkers 2022 and the game is shit and you hate it, what DarkStalkers 2022? I don't care. That never gets in my mind.
Man.
That's kind of how I look at the MCU now. If anything in the MCU comes out, if they start pushing out movies and they suck now, I don't give a shit. I got the story I wanted.
Right.
I got the 19 movie or whatever epic that I wanted, and it's awesome. And anything that happens after that that's good is just a bonus.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, that's why I get mad when people are on Twitter yelling, "Don't do it! Don't do it!" Just fucking let them do it. Because all they're saying is we don't want fighting games that aren't named Street Fighter, and that's all we're ever going to get for the end of time if you guys keep doing that shit.
There was definitely something. Oh yes, of course, of course. I mean, I really do feel like Episode 7, 8, and 9 kind of ruined Star Wars for me. Like, I really do feel like they kind of did. And it makes me mad.
If 8 and 9 didn't argue with each other, basically, like if 9 didn't... I enjoyed 9 retconning the shit out of 8, just because I hated 8.
Right.
So it's funny for me to watch in the theater, just watching this movie, retconning the movie before it with a bunch of, like, 2-sentence... dialogues that
right.
explain that everything in the last movie is real stupid or lucky or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought it's funny to me, but if they didn't do that shit, then maybe it could have been cool. I don't know. Yeah, Episode 1, 2, and 3 kind of really ruined all that anyways.
Yeah,
realistically, only the original trilogy is good.
Stop it, Jasmine. What are you doing? Why are you trying to get on my side, get on my nerves right now, dude? Wadded up piece of paper I'm gonna toss at you. Okay. She's scratching my carpet right now, and I don't want her to do that, so.
Hero. That's why they actually pump a budget into a new DarkStalkers and don't make the same mistake they made with MVCI.
Yeah.
And frankly, if they do that again, if they try to put another fighting game on a fucking low budget and they don't put the love into it, then fuck Capcom. They got what they deserved.
And to be fair, they don't have to work with Marvel on this shit, right? So
Correct.
They don't have to work with Marvel. And that's the important thing.
Do I feel they learned from their mistakes? I don't know. That's yet to be seen. But they sure as fuck learned from their mistakes with other IPs. All their other IPs are getting tons of love. Like, Resident Evil has been fantastic. Devil May Cry has been fantastic. Even the last Mega Man game was good.
Mm-hmm. Monster Hunter.
So, Monster Hunter has been killing it. Like, all their other IPs they do extremely well with, and I feel like it's not that the talent isn't there. It's just that NBCI had a shit budget, and they had to argue with Marvel, and everything that could have went wrong for that game's development did.
Yeah, I mean, like, even 5 right now feels like it has a shit budget, right? Like, because it doesn't seem like they can do much with it outside of, like, here's a few more characters, you know?
They for sure have a skeleton crew working on Season 5. It's Season 5 now, right?
Season V or Season 5, whatever.
Yeah. This final season that they confirmed is the final season. They definitely have a skeleton crew working on it. That's why the timeline is so drawn out.
Yep.
But also, that shows that they have another team probably working on Street Fighter 6.
Yeah,
so
that's probably true. But, God, you know, I mean, Darkstalkers, it's just like, obviously I would love another Darkstalkers game. I even had characters that I would put in there. But that's the thing, is like, I would be scared that the new characters they would add to Darkstalkers would be bad ideas and stuff like that. Like, actually, the funny thing is that Street Fighter V actually stole one of my Darkstalkers characters.
Your name is Lucia.
Actually, his name is Nash. Because, Nash, there's no ghost in Darkstalkers. There's the Chinese ghost. There's the zombie, but there was never a ghost, you know, like see-through kind of ghost. And every character that they've put in the game, like a mummy or a zombie or whatever like that, has just been the most whacked out version possible. And I would have put Nash in the game as a ghost because he's dead. Like, I would have put Nash in the game as a ghost, and he would be dragging chains around him like some fucking Christmas Carol shit. And because all the chains are metal and he's from the military, all of his moves would be like the chains would transform into like tanks or like Gatling guns and shit like that. And so he would just be like all military and shooting missiles at you and shit. I just thought that would have been hilarious. The other one that I wanted to create was a Headless Horseman. I wanted to create the Headless Horseman, and his fireball would be a head would pop out and he would throw it at you. So like a pumpkin would pop out of his neck, and then he would throw it at you, pumpkin, and every once in a while it would be the head of another one of the Darkstalkers characters. Like randomly Recoil would just pop up and he would just throw it, and it would have slightly different properties, you know, and then obviously one of his supers would involve him coming and, you know, doing what Nightmare does to you in Soul Calibur, like riding the horse and just like skewering you and shit like that. You know, because that's the thing is, like, they're still movie monsters, and that's what I would like to see. You know, I don't want them to just start creating just wacky shit for no reason, you know. There'd still be movie monsters.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think fighting game gods be willing, they can pull it off. They would just need to actually treat that game the same way they treat Monster Hunter, the same way they treat Devil May Cry. Yeah. They need to put love and care into the game.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, look at Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat fucking sells. Tekken has sold 6 million units. Dragon Ball FighterZ has sold like 5 million units. Like, fighting games can sell.
Yeah. Dude.
Not to mention DLC and, you know, all that.
Putting the Invisible Man in the game would actually be so cool. Like, I think I could do an awesome Invisible Man. I could actually do an awesome Invisible Man, I think. So
you'd have to, like, wear clothes most of the time.
Yeah, or
naked.
It would just be one of those characters that, like, as you power him up, he gets more and more invisible or something like that, you know.
How would you animate something like that though? Like how would you make the proper like key frames to make it look like he's hitting you and things like that with no hands and no feet and no face? Assuming he's like a guy in a suit with like a Q outfit basically.
Right.
So you know where his head is, you know where his feet are. You'd have to wear like a lot of clothes.
Right.
So you need to know where the character is. But no face to like show emotion and no hands to like show key animations. Like that would be tough, man.
I think that would be hilarious though. Like especially if you gave him some moves, like, I mean, if there was a way to make him invisible, like, just give him some moves that he can only do if he's invisible or something like that, and, like, just have the opponent character just, like, go into this weird contorted hit that makes no sense, like, nobody punched could go into that position, but that's what makes it funny and hilarious, you know? Like, what is he even doing to him that makes him go blah, you know what I mean? Like, that shit would actually be funny.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be tough to do as a fighting game animator. That's all. But yeah, it could be done. It would just, I don't know, man. I wish Capcom would apply the budget from like a Devil May Cry to a fighting game and see what happens. I fully believe they could pull it off.
One of the hardest parts about Japan too is that they think backwards, right? Like Street Fighter V probably didn't sell as well as they hoped it would. MVCI didn't sell as UMVC3 didn't sell as well as I hoped they did. But there was always a reason, and it was always their fault in a way. And they won't do that. You know what I mean? They'll be like, Street Fighter V didn't sell well. Well, nobody wants fighting games, you know? As opposed to, hi, you released half a product, and now...
Well, 5 definitely ended up making them money, for sure.
Yeah.
Because if it didn't, they would have stopped supporting it 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, but did it make them a lot of money?
I would imagine now with all the DLC that it's quite profitable for them. I can only imagine that that's true, because if you look at MVCI, that game flopped from the bat, and they said, fuck this. We're not making any more seasons. DLC is done. We're canceling
That's true.
And if Street Fighter V had that same problem, they might have given, because it's a big IP for them, they might have given it 1 or 2 more seasons to take a shot at it and see if it got better, and then they would have bailed. So I would imagine by Season 3, the game was turning a profit. Otherwise, they would have been like, fuck it, we're done.
See, like, I see that. Someone in the chat says that DMC character's fitting into Darkstalkers, and I'm just like, no. Don't fucking put edgelord-ass Dante or Virgil into Darkstalkers. I would murder somebody. Like, literally, I would. And I don't have any problems with Dante or Virgil. It's just don't put them in fucking Darkstalkers, you know?
It would almost for sure be a DLC character at some point. Oh,
God. Yeah, also, BB Hood is kind of normal, but she does a little bit superpower evil, but all of her things is she pretends that she's really innocent and cute, and then she kicks you because she turns around to say hi to her dog, or she knees you in the face because she's jumping away from a mole that pops out at her. Only when she does intentionally vicious things like use a knife or a machine gun, her face gets really dark and she gets these evil eyes. But everything else is an accident. Like, it's so cool how they did that. So
yeah, I really, it's not that I believe in Capcom. I don't want to give people that impression that I think that they've learned from their mistakes or anything like that. I just think that if they try to revive an old fighting game franchise or try to have something to run alongside Street Fighter, that they would know that they have to put a lot of care into it. And I do think Street Fighter 6 is in development right now. I 100% believe that.
It has to be. I mean, if it's going to, like, it takes like 4 years to make these games. Yeah. And if they even want to release it in 2023, they'd already have been working on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the rumor was it was slated for 2021.
Oh, really?
But with COVID and such, they had to delay it. And then with the issues with the team-based stuff, which I don't know if that's true or not. But regardless, COVID definitely put a hamper on any development. So delaying with more Street Fighter V content makes a ton of sense. They're going to at least break even on that shit, most likely. I'm sure that's what they're projected. And then they get to continue development on Street Fighter 6. So if they're going to make another fighting game to run alongside Street Fighter 6, like a DarkStalkers, yeah, they're going to have to they have to know what they have to do to make that work.
You know,
So again, I don't. It's not that I believe in them. I just don't think they're stupid.
You know, I mean, obviously, in Japan, the names of the games are Vampire, Vampire Hunter, Vampire Savior. And then in America, it was like, it's a Darkstalkers, Vampire Hunter, and then, what was it? It was Vampire Savior. No, sorry, Night Warriors was what Darkstalkers 2 was in America. And then Vampire Savior, Jedha's Damnation. If they had to name a new one for an American, for the American audience, obviously you can't call it Vampire. You have to call it Darkstalkers something. I actually think the best name they could actually give a new Darkstalkers game for a reboot is Darkstalkers Are Dead. I think that would actually be a sick title. I think that would be a sick title.
That would be that would be a good poke at their teaser trailer.
Yeah.
That they released like 6 years ago now. Darkstalkers are not dead, and then nothing ever came.
Yeah, and then the game comes out. Yeah, Cannon Spike. Yes, I've never played that. Interestingly enough, I've never played Cannon Spike. It was the game where everybody was on rollerblades, and you used Nash or Cammy, and it was like a top-down shooter kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. I've definitely never played it either.
Yeah.
Almost 9 years ago now. Yeah, yeesh.
Jesus, that's crazy. It's been that long. But, yeah. I mean, like I said, if I could somehow be involved in making it, I would be okay with trying to make a new Darkstalkers, but that's the dream, right?
I don't think they'd be hiring for the position you want, James.
No, they would definitely
the
not.
Position of, no, you're doing it wrong for everything they try. I don't think that's a real job, man.
Yep. I mean, I think that's kind of what Seth was doing a lot in Street Fighter 4, but, you know.
Oh, that isn't with Capcom anymore.
Yep.
I wonder why. Wonder why they named a boss after him.
To be fair, what I didn't know was that Cain and Abel actually have a brother named Seth. And in the Bible.
They do.
Yeah, I did not know that because I don't know anything about the Bible. But, I mean, that was what it was supposed to be. He was supposed to be Cain, and it was supposed to be Cain and Abel. But then they're like, oh, we can name him Seth because that's also a brother and it's the same name as Seth Killian, you know, kind of thing. So, anyways, okay.
I'm a lot of stuff to talk about.
I'm
at least
hungry.
On stream.
I need to get food, so.
Yeah, at midnight or whatever time it is for you.
Dude, this is when I eat my dinner. Because like I said, I don't eat a lot for dinner, right? I always eat a small amount of food just to eat something. And that's how I've been doing it. And I feel like that's probably one of the reasons why I've managed to lose weight. I actually am cardioing now, too, because I play too many goddamn phone games. So now I dedicate myself an hour before I take a shower at night to play all my phone games, and I have to do that on the exercise bike. So,
okay.
So
yeah, I got mine in the corner. I'm actually gonna start dieting again tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I tried on my jeans. I haven't put on pants since I started working from home late February. I haven't put on pants in 6 months basically. So I tried on my jeans, my loosest fitting jeans from when I celebrated hitting my goal weight. And they barely fit me.
Oh no!
They fit, but they barely fit me. So I need to actually like get real serious about weight loss again. Otherwise, I'm going to lose all my progress and be 400 pounds TuboWare again, and I don't want that to happen. So
well, how's this then? I'll keep bugging you about it. I'll be your Jiminy Cricket then.
All right, I'm down.
So
yeah, I'm gonna do the same for you about Outer Wilds. Go play the fucking game.
Right? Or Tinder, right? One or the other.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, well, that's an ongoing battle. Yeah. I'm not expecting you to get on that anytime soon.
Here's
I'm just gonna
pale ass leg right here. I can't remember the last time I wore jeans, not shorts. Like I've been wearing shorts probably now, like since you've stopped wearing jeans. Like since like since February, I've probably only just been wearing shorts.
Who needs to get dressed, man? Nobody
Yeah, I
cares right
know.
now.
And it's surprising I even have going out shorts on right now. I'm not in my I go to sleep in these shorts, so.
Well, all right. I think that's where we should end the stream.
Yeah, and our audio is all jacked up anyway, so
Yeah.
let's see if I can fix it. You know what I'm going to do? Just to make my editing easier, I'm going to do this. There we go. That'll make the editing a lot easier. You know when they do those clapboards? I never understood them until now. Until I started doing editing like this. Because now it's so easy to sync the audio with the video by doing that. So that's what it's for. So.
Well,
all right.
Been a good stream, James.
All right, thanks guys for watching, and tune in next week. I've caught up mostly to the on YouTube with the generation spacing, so hopefully I'll get this one up pretty soon as well. So, all right, catch you guys later. Peace.
Later, guys.